Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. Titans getting ready to take on the Commanders on Sunday. Ron Rivera earlier said that they will not be taking Chase Young off of the IR. He's trending in the right direction, but he still needs more time. News around the NFL, especially fantasy football-wise, you may want to go pick up Kenny Pickett as the Pittsburgh Steelers have named him the starting quarterback on Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. And love him or hate him, Jonathan Taylor still gets you some points. Right now, the Colts do not know if he is going to be able to play on Thursday night. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Happy Tuesday to you, Brett Doherty on 104.5 The Zone. Hope you're having a great day. Brett Doherty and Sly Slay.
Hey, I'm in the building. I am in the building.
Officially in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. That's what they want.
Red Brian. Red Brian.
Gordion. We ain't no Red Gordion check-in in a while.
So when I hear this one, I just visualize, even though I'm sitting here looking at you, I visualize you coming onto the floor with your headband and everything.
Yo, that's how I feel like I'm coming onto the floor when I hear it. So.
And then somebody hands you a mic.
And like, man, go get them.
Yeah, and then you're standing in Baton Rouge, and you're on the field, and then Mike, the Tiger's looking at you, and he starts to growl, and you growl back.
So I've been thinking, y'all, since we're going down there this weekend, what am I going to do?
Announcement.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, man, I will be. The station will be invading Baton Rouge, yeah, and me and Will Bowling will be leading the charge. Man, listen. I'm going to be fried down, laid to the side.
Oh!
Early, baby.
Well, 11 a.m. kickoff. What time are y'all on the air?
8 to 9, y'all. 8 to 9.
Have fun.
What time you think I get there?
Hey, kegs and eggs.
7:59.
Oh, no, that boy. You know what that'll do? To the closest bathroom, nearest bathroom.
You'd bubble up?
What? Because I got to have A1 on my eggs.
What about Bloody Marys and eggs?
I never had a Bloody Mary.
What the hell is wrong with you?
No, because I just feel like we just need to go drink.
Okay, so some advice. If you ever get into the Bloody Mary situation, light on the Bloody Mary mix.
Oh, they'll go.
Because they can, like, people will go crazy on it because they take pride in whatever they come up with Bloody Mary mix wise, and I'm like, really? I mean, the whole thing is the vodka. So,
I'm in it for the vodka today.
Plus, like, if you get heavy Bloody Mary mix, then you want to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, I ain't trying to go to sleep. We're trying to get up.
You're trying. So what time do you get in Baton Rouge? You're doing the show Friday?
I am doing the show Friday.
Where are we doing the show? Anybody know?
Okay.
All this is first I've heard of it.
Of a show Friday?
I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Of a show Friday.
I have no idea.
Where's the show Friday?
The 3HL show Friday.
Oh, that show. That show's from Liberty High. The way Brent was talking, I thought that y'all were all going down to Baton Rouge now. I was like, what happened?
Wait, Liberty High? Where is that?
Don't know. That's what was on the schedule. It said Liberty.
I don't know.
We going to see Hugh Freeze?
I guess so. Yeah, we're going to see you. Yeah.
So you're flying out at what time?
I think 7:45.
And then you'll get there at what time?
11:45 that night.
Oh, my gosh.
Got to be up.
Remember when they used to not serve drinks on planes?
Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for it. Yeah.
Liberty Creek.
Liberty Creek? Where is it? That's what we don't know.
It's near this creek called Liberty.
It's next to Liberty
freedom.
Creek.
It's all about freedom, man.
I wonder, did anybody take that into account of me going to the airport from Liberty Creek?
Hey, the Titans have waived outside linebacker Wyatt Ray. They have released from the practice squad offensive lineman Christian DeLoro. They have signed to the practice squad running back Julius Chestnut and cornerback Shaheem Carter. And they have signed defensive linemen. And I'm going to bring it over to you because you're so good at this.
What? Names. Give it to me, Earl. Give it to me, Earl. Oh, okay. Sam. Oh. Okuyunawa. Sam Okuyunawa.
like a city in Japan.
It does.
Isn't that what we bombed them?
No, that was Okinawa.
Have you been there?
No, I have been there. I ain't been there. I've been to South Korea.
You're faking yourself out
Yeah,
today.
I'm
This is going to be a hell of a show.
Yeah, we ready, baby.
All right, we need to
What we got to do?
plug
Laura?
my computer back in. There it is. And we need to congratulate. Let's start with Will Bowling on becoming full-time part of the morning show.
All right.
And Will is what, 24?
Somewhere around there.
Good night,
He's a baby.
dude.
He's a baby.
There's no way I could have handled this job at
He's a
24.
baby.
I barely can do it now. And that's debatable. But congrats to Will. Will has worked really, really hard, and he's done any and everything asked of him at all times during his time here at the Zone. He used to call in the radio station when he was young Will Bowling, before he was, professional Will Bowling. And he used to provide soccer insights on 3HL when he would call.
And we didn't even have a soccer team.
Back in the day. No, Will didn't need a soccer team. Are you kidding me?
Just started talking about soccer.
These are these guys that are watching English Premier League at like 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah.
That's what they are. And then, Todd says Liberty Creek High School is the new Sumner County School. It's stone's throw from Station Gate. Oh!
What?
I know Liberty Creek. This is an awesome story.
Where is it?
I can't wait to go to Liberty Creek High School. I've got a buddy that's been involved with raising money for these kids and all this stuff. I can't wait to go. Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what's happening?
I guess so. Are you sure it's our show? That's what I want to be sure of.
All I know is what Hunk just said.
Okay. Well, Hunk, we riding with you.
Hey, Hunk, where are we Thursday?
We in Nashville on Charlotte Pike at B-Dubs.
Yeah! Okay, that's where it all began.
That's where it began. It sure is.
That's where the Thursday
The legend started.
Titans football feast began with us and BW3.
And it wasn't a great turnout because we were coming off vacation. I think Labor Day
it was
just
Labor
hit.
Day.
So now y'all got a chance to redeem yourself. Show us something.
All right. So congrats to
Okay.
Well, I didn't get to finish my congrats.
My bad. Yeah,
I
go
know
ahead.
you want to weigh in too, but I'm super proud of Will and great to have him on the host list here at 104.5
Yes.
The Zone officially. So thanks to him for everything that he's done behind the scenes, digitally, informationally. We joke about Will all the time, but it's because we love him.
Yep.
And Kayla Anderson coming over from News 2.
Kayla.
So Ramon Foster, Will Bowling, and Kayla Anderson is going from television to radio, and she has co-hosted with them a lot, and she does a great job, and I think she will be a phenomenal asset to what we've got going here at 104.5 The Zone, and can't wait to have her on the team officially. By the way, all three of them are going to be in the studio with us at 4 o'clock. All three of them.
This ought to be serious. So they should might as well bring their producer in too. Let them get in there with Hunk. Split the mic.
Dog.
We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 people.
You missed one.
I know. Just skipped it. The total is what matters.
You don't need 4?
No, the total it counts. 7 people.
So that's really, really cool. If you want to get us at 3HL 104.5 and Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
We've got a lot going on. Did you see the streaker last night?
Yeah, man. I think Peyton said it right, man. Like, if you're going – and listen, I don't think nobody needs to jump on the field and do none of that. But if you're going to jump on out there, man.
Why do I think it's funny, though?
I think it's cool. First of all, I don't think it's cool. You think you interrupted
Well, you've been
the
a
game.
player on the floor.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to have to deal with that.
But if you streaking, you can't be a streak. You're just a runner. And they call it runner.
He wasn't naked?
No.
I haven't seen the video.
No, yeah, you
Up
can't
close.
just, no,
Like,
you
I
can't run it
saw a
down.
bunch of smoke or something.
Yeah, I saw pink smoke. That's all I saw.
Pink
Yeah.
smoke. Is that what this
Then I
guy's name is?
saw what's my man, the linebacker that decked him, laid him out.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner, B-Wag laid him down. And then that's how he should have laid Debo Samuel down when he tried to get in there, but I guess he missed that one. But you got to do it right.
Tack McKinley was also involved in that, who just
saw
came over
that.
from the Titans.
Did you see Tack get into it with one of his teammates? He almost took his shoulder pads off.
Tack had quite a night.
Yes, he did. A lot of camera time, Tack.
Do you think that those guys would have hit him if he were fully naked?
Yeah. That would have made it even funnier.
They don't care.
They just want to tackle him. They would have
Just hit him?
Yeah, hit stick. That's when you do the hit stick, like Madden.
Well, here's Peyton Manning on the Manning broadcast on Monday Night Football talking about this incident and calling the play.
Got a visitor on the field here. Can we rewind that? Eli, can you do the tablet on this streaker on the field? No? Can I do it on the big board?
Yeah, you got to break down his move.
I don't know if he's naked right now, but I think at some point he had no clothes on. He was running a post route right across the 50, and a security guard took him out. With a nice hit, though, right? It was a nice legal hit. See, I thought we could show that. I understand.
I think we could. They don't want to talk about it.
I understand the A team couldn't show it, but the B team, we should be able to show that.
See, here you go. Oh, yeah.
There he is. There he is. Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's what we're talking about. Wagner, a veteran, right? Get him down. Now get out and let these guys take over. Bobby Wagner. Veteran play.
Listen to Eli, though, man. It sounds like Will Ferrell.
It's funny that he says the B team can do it because I always view us as that. Like, even though I don't know, maybe I should or shouldn't, but we run all the audio, and so so we'll ask for forgiveness later.
Mm-hmm.
And then May sometimes will be like, "Hey, man, why did y'all run that?" I'll be like, "Because it's funny,
hilarious."
Sorry.
What you gonna do?
I mean. It's funny because, with Slay sitting in front of that door, nobody can get in here. So we can do anything.
Oh, no. Yeah, we lock it down.
We can do anything we want.
At any point.
At any point. All right. So here's what's coming up today. At 3:45, Jim Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com. We'll talk about the Titans as they get ready for that matchup in Washington. Then we'll have a special visit. Again, congrats to our new morning team. 104.5 The Zone, 6 to 10 weekdays. Ramon Foster, Kayla Anderson, Will Bowling, and I think Shafe is also going to jump in the mix at 4 o'clock. I just saw him walking down the hall, so I'm going to shame him.
Shafe always walking down the hall, though.
He just walked on down the hall. There are rumors that an LSU fan that works in the building with Big D and Bubba wants to come in and spar a little bit.
It's time. It's the week. We welcome it.
I think that might happen in the next segment.
I know you better go bang on there now. Bring them on there.
Is that your Coach O?
No, that's my, if you're from Louisiana and you're down there really deep in the South, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, just pronounce the name and then just put a lot of words with it. Mayor, what you got me to get him down there? Huh, you going to get a meat out of And like, you talk to go to break.
Like you said, Hunk wants to get a meat ladder, which I don't know.
I am not climbing a meat ladder. I'm letting you know. I'm not climbing the meat ladder.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, I only want a sister.
This is what Will.
You climb with I'll be the brother.
Or walking into.
No, he wants a sister.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I've got an unbelievable NFL stat for you when we come back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Good people, hey, talk to me. It's Ron Slay. Listen, I'm going to tell you about the Uncommon dealership and why they are uncommon. If you're hearing all the scary hype, and you know it's right around Halloween, but it's scary out there when you're talking about the auto industry. Just these days, the supply chain, it's causing a shortage of new trucks. Can't get a new car in there. You can't get a lot of things you're looking for. Used vehicles prices are skyrocketing. People got in trouble, having trouble finding affordable cars. Used auto selection is dwindling. Is that what you're experiencing? Never at Music City Autoplex. They are committed to being your choice for the most inventory. With over 350 units in every price range, there's something for everyone. And I mean that because I've gone down there myself and gotten any SUV I was looking for. I started with the Infiniti. Then I said, you know what, I'm going to scratch that. I'm going to get the Armada. I mean, whatever you're looking for, you can find at the Uncommon dealership. You're probably wondering where. 2430 Gallatin Pike North or online at MusicCityAutoplex.com. Go get your car.
Man, it's going to be a beautiful week. A beautiful week to get a new ride. Car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, new or pre-owned, Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram can help you out just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Best vehicle buying experience you will ever have. Just go see my friends Ken and Daniel Gupton, all the guys at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. I've known them a long time. They are awesome people, and they are here for you. That's what they want simply is that you need to get in the vehicle that's right for you. That'll be the goal. That'll be what happens, and you'll go about it in an easy way. You ask your questions, you look over the lot, you take your test drive, you go inside, they help make the numbers work. It'll be that easy. No pressure at all from them. They, again, just want you in the right vehicle. That's it. So that's what'll happen. 24 West to exit 35, straight shot, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. GuptonMotors.com is the website. You can check out the inventory there while you pretend to work. That's GuptonMotors.com. All of the inventory is there. All of the dealership information is there as well. Just go see my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and tell them Brent sent you. 3HL 1045, The Zone. What up? 615-737-1045. There's an unbelievable stat I'm going to hit you with in just a second, but I want to tell you.
Yeah, there you go, Ro.
I want to tell you about this. Join 1045 The Zone each Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings for our Titans football feast. Stop by for your chance to win Titans tickets and giveaways each hour thanks to Miller Lite and Buffalo Wild Wings. For a full schedule of events and locations, visit 1045thezone.com. Again, this Thursday, Nashville West.
Hey, come on out there.
Over on Charlotte.
Yeah, my old stomping grounds, man. Slide on out there. Come holler at us, people.
All of the stomping grounds are your old stomping grounds.
This is very true.
My buddy Billy McCurdy used to live over there, so we'd go over there all the time. His dad was a cop, so that was good. But that's the guy that I always tell you about. That was like 6'5", 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He would be the one to go to the beer barn.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then we had the Toyota Corolla that we were driving 100 miles an hour trying to go to MC Hammer and missed the exit. Ended up in Murfreesboro.
Y'all just ain't riding, no navigation or nothing.
We were, oh, hell no, man. Butt dragging the ground. We only saw white, like the Millennium Falcon.
Yep.
And so, like, when you come out of hyperspace, it's like, oh, there's Murfreesboro.
It's life out here.
There's Riverdale High School. What am I doing?
This ain't no away game.
So, yeah, shout out Billy. He goes by William McCurdy, like for his entire life, except I'm still stuck in high school in my head, so he was Billy then.
Billy then, you Billy.
Where's my note? Here's my note.
It's a note, Joel.
It's under, listen, Slay.
Okay.
You know this about me. I haven't had very much candy in a long, long time.
Yeah.
But at some point, I came across a bag of Reese's Pieces.
I saw it downstairs.
I think it was in the little box that we have at MTSU games.
Yeah.
So Kelly had she's got this big setup in there. Anyway, and so I saw a bag in there. And so I've been holding it for a while. You know how I do with the candy.
It was time.
And I try to max out, my wants and needs and all those things. And I don't need it for sure, but I want it every time I look at it. So today I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to bring it to work.
I'm going in.
And so now I just dumped it all over my show sheet. Because I prepare a show like an old man. I don't do it on Will Bowling and these guys think it's ridiculous. I've got a computer in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't have an iPad. I wish I did. But I write everything out. You do the same thing.
Yep, I sure do. I got to.
And so I wrote everything out, and then I staple it together. And this is how we come up with this PTI format where we just hit these bullet points every once in a while. And,
it's beautiful format.
And sometimes Slay is like, oh, I want to dive in on that. So here you go. Here's my Cajun voice. And then meat ladders.
You dive in.
And so now I just dumped the Reese's Pieces on my show sheet, but it had a lot of broken up pieces, so now I can't see my quick note.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to dust them off onto the floor.
No, I want to dust them off into my mouth.
Oh, hey. Dusty mouth.
Quick NFL note. You ready for this?
Let's get it.
Tyreek Hill.
What?
Miami Dolphins wide receiver. Leads the NFL with 477 receiving yards.
Hey, man, there's a problem.
That's not my note, but that is a good note.
Yeah. And this
he is a problem, and he'll tell you about it, too.
Yep.
That dude right now is in a different mind space.
Yeah. Playing like it, too.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a little difficult for him, but, man, he's a guy that I guess I didn't understand. I don't know why I thought he was just going for long passes. Man, you get that ball to him in space, 5 yards, 7 yards, and he turned it into 25.
He's a problem because you can't press him because if he gets by you, he's gone.
Yep.
And you can't play off, excuse me. You can't play off because you get the quick throw, which Tua is great at that.
Yes,
those little quick slants and things like that.
Yep.
Those little RPO. See, college basketball.
It's on the way.
Starting up.
We right here around the corner.
Starting in my head.
Rick Barnes did his press conference today. Shout out to Voss.
That wasn't the note, though.
Oh, well,
that is impressive. 477 through 4 games.
Talk to me.
The Chicago Bears, a team that I loved when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up loving the Cowboys because when you're not in an NFL market, I was in Knoxville, Nashville. When you're not in an NFL market, all you got back then, the younger people in the audience are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
The only games you got was Pittsburgh Steelers on the AFC channel and the Dallas Cowboys on the NFC channel, and then, one-off games or whatever.
Yeah.
So a lot of people around here were either Cowboys fans or Steelers fans, so I like the Cowboys.
Okay.
Well, then I moved to Houston, so I had to ditch that. But I also I loved the Bears because in my head, I like the black uniforms. Yeah. They're really not black. I just found that out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They're not black. still blows my mind. I mean, all
Just
of my
knew
life
they
I
were
thought
black.
they were black, and I thought they were cool and all this stuff. I still do. But anyway, but Walter Payton was my favorite player of all time.
Sweetness.
That dude never willingly ran out of bounds ever.
Lower the boom. Every bit of it.
And I mean, he was a combination. Give me any of the running backs you love over time, and he's a combination of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he could catch the ball out of the backfield,
Yep.
and he would deliver the blow,
Peyton was different.
and he would outrun you, and he would quick jab you, and he would throw touchdown passes, and he wouldn't score in the Super Bowl, which I'm still pissed about. Why are you going to give William Perry
Big
the football
Fritz.
and not give it to Walter Payton?
You got to feed the big fella, man. Keep the big fella happy, man. Here, take this meatloaf.
I still haven't given my note, have I?
No, I'm still waiting. I love the Chicago Bears, too, though.
I'm in a weird mind space today. It's a good day for Don not to be here.
Yorl, I'm right there with you. Whatever space you in, I'm rolling with you.
All right, I feel like I've taken so long I need to reset. Quick NFL note. Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins wide receiver, leads the NFL with 477 receiving yards. The Chicago Bears, as a team, have 471.
Wow. Single-handedly beating a team.
Justin Fields had 11 completions against the Giants. I was convinced that the Bears are going to beat the Giants in this little charade that they've got going on up there. I know you like Danny Dimes, but it didn't happen. And it didn't happen even though the Giants had no quarterbacks.
Zero.
Both quarterbacks got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon Barkley played quarterback.
Wildcat.
They won.
Yeah, it's tough.
Gosh. And the Giants are 3-1.
They rolling. It's a shame, but it is what it is.
Which leads me to the
We
Titans.
should be 3-1.
That leads me to the Titans. You make a field goal,
Mm-hmm.
you're 3-1. Think about that, because I'm convinced, based on talking to fans, and I know we were talking about this, you feel the same way. And after doing the show yesterday, Titans fans don't know how to take this team.
Nah, they don't.
They want to just murder them.
Yep.
But they've won 2 in a row. They easily could be 3-1. You don't know what to do with them.
You don't. You don't know how to bet with them.
You don't know how to bet with
So
them.
just throwing that out there.
Unless they're an underdog, then just go
Y'all
money
don't-
line.
yeah.
If they're favorite, go
Hurry
the
up
other
and
way.
grab it. Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
that's
You're right.
That's the variable way.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this team big picture, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And Don was like, man, people are upset even though they won. And I'm like, you can't be upset when you beat the Colts, number one. Like, you need to just take a deep breath, calm down, and you know, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do.
Right.
Just take a deep breath, calm down, understand the fact that your team has won 2 in a row. They just beat the Colts again, and they own them. And now the Colts are in a spiral.
Yep.
They better win Thursday,
They have to.
or they're 1-3-1, 0-2-1 in the division.
One thing when you talk about growth in a team, you don't want to see this team, like, I don't want to keep having to go back to, man, they're just so resilient. They always, man, get down and then fight back. As soon as you think they're out, man, this is the standing 8 count team. Like, they always can get up at 8. And they get out there and they fight. They fight another round. And then they're going to win the next 2-3 rounds. Then they're going to get knocked down again.
Would it surprise you at all if they went up to Washington and just laid a complete egg as a road favorite and lost, and then came back here and beat the Colts?
Nope. And that's the problem.
They've won 9 division games away from home in a row.
That's the problem, yo. That's the problem.
What is the problem?
That right there is the problem.
Why can't they find consistency?
Well,
How do you lose to the Jets and then win at the Rams, who win the Super Bowl?
That's the I ain't got. I wish I could put my finger on it, because you can't blame it on injuries or things like that, because the same injured team will go beat the Seahawks on the road. You know what I'm saying? Last year, the same injured team would just it'll find a way to limp into being the number 1 overall seed. Like, that is the problem. Then you go into this year, you're like, okay, we know what we're down. What is this offensive line going to be? You know what's not been a question since week 1? No. Week 2, which was, at this point, was an anomaly. This offensive line. Like it? What?
Yeah, I was laughing at what you said.
So that's...
Or I just read what Cousin Andrew wrote in the chat.
What did he
Good
say?
Lord. He's talking about
Wow.
meat ladders.
He's not wrong.
Oh, yeah, he's wild in there. I saw that. I left it alone. Yeah, but that right there, the offensive line was a question, and now that you got that kind of...
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Now that you're starting to roll along as an offensive unit, if you could carry it over into the second half, everything will be fine. And you'll go up to Washington and handle them by 10 or more. Like, Washington is a bad team.
They're a bad team. They got your boy at quarterback.
They do got Carson Wentz, so you know how I feel about that. Yeah, I feel like he's going to give us one, too.
I felt like he went to, like, some deserted island and just left. I don't even think about him.
Just hang on, Carson. We'll be right there to get that victory. Just stay there. Don't leave. But you know what it is in Rivera. Like, he's a good coach. They got a talented defense. But the Titans should handle them. Like, let's get over that hump. Win the games we supposed to, and then go into games like Buffalo where it can be a coin toss.
You need to climb that meat ladder and get over the hump.
Okay, we need to stop that meat ladder stuff. Just gonna let you know.
Nobody can get in here. Wow, were you told something?
Probably. More than likely.
We're just talking about, like, Subway sandwiches.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But, hey, man, Titans, don't let us down. Get rid of the inconsistencies. Can we do that?
No, that's a really good directive on your part.
Take that.
I think Hunk should just call over there and put J-Rob and all of them on the phone.
And let me tell them.
Yeah, just say that.
And I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So.
Jason in Nashville. Jason, what's up, man?
Hey, man, thanks for taking my call, man.
Yes, sir.
I love y'all. Hey, look, two quick subjects I want to hit on real quick. First, man, I have to give props to the 49ers defense.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they are out. And I don't know if y'all thought about this. This is Nick Bosa's contract year.
Yeah.
So that's Joey Bosa's brother, and their family don't play. They'll play hurt. I know Bosa's out, his brother's out, but man, he had a serious injury to push him out. But man, I see them going far. The only thing I think that started them off slow was they did their reps around thinking that Trey was going to be there, and now they had to readjust to with Jimmy. But and then I'm also looking at how Debo is playing even after he got that contract, because you see a lot of people, they get that big contract and then they don't play as good as they did before. But he's still on fire. The only other thing I wanted to hit on real quick, Ron, is the Firebirds. And the reason why I said that, man, I went and watched them play Stratford last week, and they beat them like 70-something to nothing.
Yeah, Pearl Cone's legit.
Man, dude, I was happy about that, but I wanted to ask you a question, Ron.
Talk to me.
When I looked across the field and I seen Stratford, they didn't have nobody supporting them dudes. Their parents didn't come out or nothing, and I think that that's messed up, that a program with our youth, they ain't standing behind it. I didn't find that satisfactory walking out, even though I'm for the Firebirds.
Mm-hmm.
That's the youth out there, man, and we got to support our youth better than what we're doing, man, because I don't understand why Stratford and certain schools don't get the attention that they need, but then you go out here to Page or, all these other big high schools, they getting support, man, so I think we need to step it up, and I wanted to hear what you had to say about that, man. Y'all have a blessed day.
No doubt.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
I think it's something it's difficult to watch, man, because you know the history of it. You look at schools like Stratford, you look at schools like McGavick and places like that. You always want to see the support because that's what we grew up knowing. That's what it was about. So hopefully it gets back to that. I always know that, man, you get a following over at Pearl Cone. What also helps, man, is putting a good product on the field. Like, however they got to do that, whether it be coaching, whatever it is, not singling nobody out, but you got to put a good product on the field, man. And then at the same time, if it's your kids, man, you got to support. Like, you know what I mean? The same way you get up, it's community. The community got to get out and support and get that pride back into the school. I know that's one thing that always helps Pearl. You always got that pride from old school people and everything. Like, I'm always going to go represent. So I think that's a part of it. But, yeah, you actually absolutely right. I think that's a question for another show, too, because we can get in depth about that. And you might hear something soon, man, on the Boom Boom Room about that, getting the old school coaches together to see what they think about that.
Very first show that we did together, me and you, we spent
Went
like
down
3 hours talking about all those old
pride,
Metro,
man.
Nashville, high school days.
It meant something different, man.
Yeah.
It meant something different.
With regard to the 49ers defense, they're good.
Yeah.
Also, the Rams are struggling. This is the second game this year they've given up 7 sacks in a game.
You know somebody that's going to stop riding with them? They keep getting his head beat over the head? Me. Keep betting on the Rams, thinking they're going to pull it together. I'm done with that.
7 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss, 5 passes defense, 11 quarterback hits.
Goodness gracious.
Matthew Stafford, 32 of 48 for 254 and an interception. And then Garoppolo was just, he kind of does what he does. You know, he'll throw for like 230.
But
a score.
I think
they'll run the ball, play decent.
The Niners are really good. They move really well.
They're
as a
also
unit.
2-2.
Yep, they are.
So the Titans are 2-2. So what are the Titans?
The Titans are good.
Good like what? Like good like the ribs on the grill on a Saturday afternoon, or good like leftover.
Good like to be
Manwich.
2-2 and you can't even score in the second half is phenomenal.
That's amazing.
You're doing that's a magic trick.
So there's an LSU fan in this building named Patrick Thomas.
Who are that LSU fan in there?
And Patrick got into a conversation about LSU going to shock the world. And I was like,
shock the world.
So Patrick,
it's happening.
Executive producer, Big D and Bubba, among other things. And so I was like, man, you can't shock the world if you're a 2.5-point underdog at home.
It's still going to be shocking.
Right.
It's going to be shocking. And I'll tell you what's going to be shocking.
Plus, you're a ranked team now.
Yeah, y'all top 25. And y'all LSU, man.
Number 25 is barely in the top 25. Okay, didn't even crack the coaches poll, so I didn't even get started.
Where'd
with that.
you go for that math expertise?
That's true.
Well, but it's true. And listen, I'm not just saying we're going to win. We might win big. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to shock the world.
Slay dog.
All right, let me tell you
What
this,
is this man
Patrick.
doing?
I'll give you 9.5 points, Slay. I'll take LSU minus 9.5. Me and you, let's go.
What? Patrick, you can't be serious because I'm diving on that. Like, that could be a grenade up under there. You tell me, and I'm still diving on them points. I want all that. This is what I'm telling you, though. This is the reason I think that LSU's not ready for this level that they're about to witness. Not because of the defense and not because of not what you're bringing offensively, but to me, offensively, they're one-dimensional right now. Not getting Butte involved, not getting, what's his name, Besh.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. See, Louisiana.
Yeah.
You're talking about Booty and Betch. I don't know what's going on.
Man, without them two being your leading two guys, man, I just can't see that with Jaden Daniels.
They've got to start spreading the ball around. I got to get Kayshawn Booty is maybe the best receiver in college football. He's not doing anything, but I'm telling you, somehow with a little scrappy little team that could, and it's happening, and they could pull it together. Now, my buddy Big D from Big D and Bubba, born and raised in Cookville, is giving me the same stuff. Hooker's going to have the best game of his life.
God.
Oh, now we're adding Hooker into the
He's going to go off.
Hooker, Butte, and Besh. That's a lot out here.
But I'm telling y'all,
Patrick, this is what I want to know, though.
Don't be mad at me next week when y'all are not in the top 10 anymore.
I'll tell you the one thing that gives me the one thing that gives me pause is Mississippi State just went down there, and that was a 5 o'clock game or something. But they were a 2.5-point favorite also, and LSU ran them.
Mm-hmm. They did,
and we started slow. We spotted them. Two scores.
I dare y'all to spot us.
No, well, that's our thing. Realize, you can say what you want about Auburn, but they were down 17-0.
That's true.
That the team doesn't know it's supposed to lose. And they would have won that Florida State game. Everybody talks about missing the extra point at the end. And, I mean, seriously, that team that played in the fourth quarter of that Florida State game will whip Tennessee's butt. I hope they don't wait till the fourth quarter to show up.
Well, guess what,
that's the thing. If you get down 17-0 to Tennessee, it's not like
you're right.
Yeah, a Ferrari doesn't just come off the red light with the foot on the floorboard and then just let up when it moves past everybody. It keeps going.
Yeah. And especially
what
one that
really
wants to run the ball.
What I really want to talk about, Ron, is what you gonna eat while you down
there. Man,
so
that's what I need. That's what I need tips on. I need tips on that, man. Okay. I'm going down there, man, and I'm looking. I'm only down there for probably 12 to 18 hours.
Okay.
What can I do?
So you're getting in late Friday?
I get in 11:45 at night.
Hang on, Patrick. You're going to get fried at least twice in 18 hours.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Fried there.
You got no driving responsibilities whatsoever.
It's all on Will. Will got all of you. You are an adult on this trip. I'm the kid.
You can have the job.
That's right.
If you drive everybody around Baton Rouge.
Will, you're responsible. I'm irresponsible the entire time.
All right, Patrick. Where should he go to eat?
Seriously. Okay, so it's 11 a.m. kick. So you ruined. Okay.
Right.
The best thing you can eat at Baton Rouge for an LSU game is at somebody's tailgate. And if you walk up to just whoever, they will feed you. But
they will.
Before you do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll say tiger bait to you all day long, but then they'll invite you in.
It's like this. Let me get this like my mama. Oh, baby. Oh, we fixing to beat y'all butt. You want some jambalaya? That's so nice. So nice.
Yeah, I want it all.
Okay, but before your 8 o'clock kickoff, go to Louis Cafe on
Louis
State
Cafe.
Street. They open at like 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Get you that omelet, the Louis special. It's got the hash browns with the onions and peppers already in the They cook it inside the omelet.
Does this man sound like he knows what he's talking about?
He sound like me.
Listen.
Sound like me.
Trust a fat man to tell you where the good food is. Okay.
Hey, trust me as a big boy to know how to listen. I'm writing it down.
See, if you can get somebody to bring you a coffee call to get real beignets.
He still has like a tinge of the Cajun accent.
Oh, it comes out a little bit
when you start talking about food.
Oh, yeah. Of course. And then I did that impersonation of my mama, and it's just dead on. Dead on.
So am I able to grab something before leaving the game? Like after the game, grabbing something going to the airport?
Oh, yeah.
What should I grab?
So before you go back to the airport, I said go to Coffee Call and get some beignets. Because they open, I think they open 24 hours. They used to be. Nobody is anymore. But that's what the real stuff, the real beignets. You don't have to go to the French Quarter, New Orleans to get
Cafe
it. You
Du
can
Monde.
get it. Coffee Call in Baton Rouge has got the real thing.
Okay.
And, I mean, if you're not going to be there that long, you're going to Walk-Ons. That's going to be, Walk-Ons got great food.
Walk-Ons has food. It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant.
I didn't know where I was going.
But
just showing up
before the broadcast, go to that Louis Cap. I'm telling you, man, hash browns in the omelet.
Hey,
I love it.
I'm a food critic, so Patrick, I'm coming back and I'm telling you now.
Okay, I want to know.
Patrick Thomas, thank you. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. We're going to eat them Tigers up down there.
Go Vols. Get out of
here.
Go Vols. All right, we'll be right back. Jim Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com next.
What's up, people? Ron Slay here, man. Let me see. I got a question for you. What is a reverse mortgage? Reverse mortgage is a loan against the equity you have in your home. How do I know this? Because Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com, is who I rely on, man. Now, let me ask you another question. Who is a reverse mortgage for? Well, since you asked, I'll answer. Homeowners age 62 and older who have at least 50% equity in their home. People who want to stay in their homes and not sell to access their equity. That's who. Why should you do a reverse mortgage? Well, let me go down the long list. No loan payments. Get the money you need to supplement your income or take the vacation of your dreams. You spent all these years paying your mortgage. Now it's time to put your equity to work for you. You won't be kicked out of your house. The reverse mortgage doesn't have to be paid off until you move out or sell your home. How easy is that, people? That is the definition of a reverse mortgage, what it can do, and who it can do it for. Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com.
With your home value up again, you are sitting on a pile of money. Don't just let it sit there. Use it. Hey, it's Dawn Davenport for my friends at Loan Pronto. Check out Loan Pronto's equity line of credit program. You don't have to refinance, but you can access up to 97% of your home's value. Get cash now, pay off all your credit cards, or do that home improvement project. Get your down payment for a new home or stash away for a safety net. You can get $50,000, even $100,000 or more out of your home, and the payments right now are crazy low. Think what you could do with $100,000 right now. Loan Pronto makes unlocking your equity easy, and they can probably even waive the appraisal too. Don't just let all that home equity pile up. Turn your house into an ATM machine. You don't have to refinance, but you can access up to 97% of your home's value. Get the cash you need. Call Loan Pronto now, 615-499-5780. That's what I did. LoanPronto.com, 499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Bray Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport is on assignment. That assignment is SMU at Central Florida tomorrow night, thanks to Hurricane Ian.
Hey, man, just know that if Patrick ever give me 9.5 points against any Tennessee team, I am snatching it.
I know. And then he lost his mind and started jumping around the room and ended up on the floor when you told him you've never had a beignet before.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I got to have one.
Jim Wyatt joins us, TennesseeTitans.com for a quick visit. Jimmy, what's up?
I'm doing pretty well. You say Big Ron's he's had a few beignets in his day.
No,
man, I look like it. I've never had one though, Jim.
He's never been to a football game at LSU, and he's going this weekend.
I usually get my beignets about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning when I usually end up getting those down there in New Orleans.
Yeah, there's a 24-hour place, and Slay Dog gets there like midnight. So let the good times roll, as they say down there. That's what they say.
Yeah, well, I'm going to let them roll. I do as
I think they say le bon temps roulé, though. I think that's what – I don't know. Anyway, somebody will correct me on at 3HL 1045 real quick. All right, let's start with the second half real quick, Jim. 64-7, haven't scored in 7 quarters. What's going on there? Have you ever seen anything like that?
I can't say that I have. I mean, it is. I mean, and it's not as simple. I think everybody thinks, well, it's as simple as you're getting out coached and not making adjustments. I mean, It's not that. I mean, it's a combination, I think, of a lot of things. Obviously, I think probably Todd Downing, Mike Vrabel, everybody would tell you they could do things better. But, you're getting like the first drive of the second half on Sunday. You get sacked on second down. You find yourself on like a 3rd and 24 after another penalty. And, you end up punting there. There have been some turnovers there. There have been some lapses. Some of the plays that they're calling in the first half that are working well, you run them in the second half. Sometimes you get stuffed on them. I mean, I don't think that necessarily means that's a bad call. It's just, there have been, probably several things that have contributed to it, but certainly it's got to get fixed. I mean, I think the most important thing, as everybody knows, is winning. And I to remind people, the Colts outscored them 7-0 in the second half. I think the Raiders outscored them 13-0 in the second half. But I guarantee you both those teams would trade the end result for what happened, for what they did in the second half. But, if you're the Titans, you got to figure out a way to quit making these games a situation where you're just holding on for dear life at the end. Because, Titans led 24-10. With the possession at the end of the second half, we all saw what happened there. They botched it beginning of the third quarter. They had a bad possession there, and you had a chance to really make it a blowout, and you wasted 2 opportunities, and all of a sudden you have yourself a game. So you got to do better there, and they've got to figure it out. And I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think they'll get it fixed.
Jim Wyatt with us at Jay Wyatt Sports on Twitter.
Traylon Burks. What do we know? What do we know about Traylon, Jim, so far?
Well, when he left, it didn't sound. I mean, it didn't look great because he was in a walking boot. He was on crutches. I think a lot of people probably feared the worst. Now, Mike Vrabel didn't exactly say what his injury was. I know Ian Rappaport reported yesterday it's turf toe. Guys have, that's not worst case scenario, but I can also say it's not a great thing to deal with either. I remember Steve McNair dealt with turf toe. Eddie George had a 2001 season that was pretty much derailed because of turf toe. So people see that and think, okay, well, that's not so bad. That doesn't mean that's going to be a walk in the park for Traylon Burks, because that's one of those deals that keeps flaring up on you. And the only thing you can do is give it time. I think good for him is that, I don't know what's happening this week. I guess I have a better idea of practice tomorrow, but I think I'd be surprised if he plays this week, and then you got to bye the following week. That gives you some time to stay off of it. Maybe that helps him, but then, it could flare up on him later, so he's just going to have to gut it through.
Looks like Derrick Henry's got it going, man. 410 or more yard carries the last couple of games. And I said yesterday, the run that really looked great to me and looked like the old king was a run that got called back, holding call questionable on Traylon Burks, but where he sidestepped a defender and then just outran everybody to the end zone. That looked like the king to me.
Yeah, I agree. And he's running with an attitude. I mean, he's
Yeah.
running hard. He's running through people. There's no hesitation. And, the thing is they got to get him, going with full head of steam. There were too many times early in the season where he was getting hit in the backfield and really not able to build much momentum. They can just give him some room, he'll go. I mean, and there was a play at the end of the game, before the great play, and which is a really good call, the Chigokonkwo first down on the third down play. The play before that, I think it was 2nd and 8. Henry, I think he's getting ready to take that one 60 yards or whatever it would have been, but he tripped over Nate Davis's foot and then kind of ran into the back of Torrey Carter too. He was getting ready to bust that one, I think. So I think they're on the verge of seeing one of those big runs, but very encouraging to see more room of late.
I love it. Got the matchup with Washington coming up for all your Titans content, TennesseeTitans.com, at Jim Wyatt Sports. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate the visit, man.
Okay, y'all have a good week. Ryan, have a good trip down to Louisiana. Be careful down there.
Yes, sir, Jimmy.
Why do I love that so much?
Oh, no. I don't know, man.
Mickey Ryan doing Mike Detillier is one of the low-key funniest things I think.
And I can't even do it. I just feel like I'm doing it.
And then Mike Detillier, who's going to come on with us on Friday, who's been in the Bayou forever, and he's covering the NFL draft and all those things, but covers the Saints, covers LSU. When he starts imitating other people like Coach O and all these people, like that, Bobby Hebert, that's really funny to me. I don't know what it is. But all right, when we come back, we're going to celebrate our new morning show. Again, congrats to Ramon Foster, Kayla Anderson, and Will Bowling. 6 to 10 weekdays on 104.5 The Zone with Jonathan Schaefer. They will be in studio next.
Uh-oh.
So we'll figure out what their plan is for you guys each morning when we come back. Stay tuned, 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What up? What's happening? It's Steve Ikeout Wings, the one and only, baby. Right there, Plaza Mariachi, 3961 Nolensville Pike, 123 Ewing Drive is another location. Always what you can get at either location is the home of Sweet and Sassy. Can't never go wrong. And you can also go in there and get the Ron Slay special. Yep, I tell you again, Sweet and Sassy with the lemon pepper drizzle, Cajun ranch fries with the cheese melted on top. Whoa, Kool-Aid to wash them down. Now, check this out. Now, this right here is really a kicker. A lunch combo special is available every day but Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., $8.99 lunch special, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss it. Live DJs on Saturday right there on the porch, on the patio. I called it the porch. It feel like home, so that's why I said the porch. But you also got to know, it's Tuesday, people. 69-cent wings. Let's go get it. Still Ikeout Wings.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. Titans making some moves this afternoon. They have waived outside linebacker Wyatt Ray from the active roster. And in doing so, they have also signed 2 players to the practice squad. Julius Chestnut, the running back, as well as Shaheem Carter, the cornerback. They both are now on the practice squad. Signed to the active roster from the practice squad. Sam, that defensive lineman. Bro, you know how to say your last name, just none of us else do. But, hey, that's you. Good job by you. Chase Young, the defensive end for the Washington Commanders, will not be activated from the IR this week. That means the Titans are going to miss him because Ron Rivera just said a little while ago that he needs a little bit more time to get ready. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL on the air, 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. When's the last time we had rain?
Man, what we need it for?
Well, you know, people like to grow their plants.
Listen, we've been crying for years, but Tennessee's back on top. Titans now just won another game. We 2-2. Ain't no more crying, ain't no more tears, ain't no more rain, ain't no more showers. Showers of love is all we got.
Showers of love for the new morning team here at 104.5.
They're in the building.
That sounded like Anchorman 3.
That was very Anchormanish.
There's Will Bowling.
Hello. How are
William
you?
Lee Bowling.
There's Ramon Foster.
Hey, I'm back.
This is left or right on your radio dial, by the way. And there's Kayla Anderson.
Kayla!
Welcome into the wonderful world of radio.
Thanks, guys.
Where your entire life will be different.
Yeah.
I would argue in a very good way, because now you have time to expand on thoughts and feelings and emotions and opinions and things like that. Because TV world, what do you got? Like 2 minutes, 30 seconds, something like that?
It's about down to a minute 30 during the week.
Goodness gracious.
And on the weekends, we get that 30-minute show, which does give you a little more time, but not for many opinions. You're still kind of just trying to get through the highlights of the day.
Is the news like where people just tell you where you're wrong or how wrong you were after you say something? That's basically what it is.
Yeah, like you'll get people, complaining that you don't show enough highlights of one team. Like last weekend, Brent, or when MTSU beat Miami 2 weeks ago, I was on Stock's call, and Stock was freaking amazing. And I posted it up there because he was just going off. And a guy commented and said, "It's not like you're going to put it on the news anyway." And I go, "Yeah, I show MTSU every single weekend. So sorry, bro, you're not watching."
Sorry,
They complain about that, or they complain that they don't like what you're wearing. I assume is just basically all that they ever do.
Yeah, I don't get much of that.
Really? Okay,
I don't get much of that.
Only you do, Will.
Yeah, that's only you on camera.
Well, if you were on the show, you'd be torn apart.
It begins.
Look at that. The blast have already
I'm
started.
already I was one versus one, and I could recruit people to take my side. And I just know I'm going to be on my own.
Hey, I'm still rolling with you, William Lee,
appreciate
man.
it.
You know what I mean?
You're going against your brother?
No.
But Slay,
All you got to do is draw the line in the sand. I'm good with stepping up.
Zach Hulk is trying to do something right now, and I'm not okay with it
Slay
right
plays
now.
the part of heel, and is just going to take a side just for the banter.
Yeah, that's it.
But you know what? I'm still not over him from this morning. He
here we
said
go.
swag surfing should be taken out of stadiums, Mayor.
I didn't say
Thelma Sterling
it should
Pearl.
be taken
did.
out of
Yeah,
stadium.
he did.
I said it's
why.
overplayed.
He did.
Here's why. I will break this down for everybody.
Oh.
Will Bowling is 24.
25.
He just turned 25. He's a quarter of a century years old.
Jinx.
He is 63, though.
Yes. This is right.
This is true. I'm telling you. So anything you think is cool.
Checking baseball scores and making tea later tonight.
All right, Kayla, so here's the other thing, and I tell this to Dawn all the time because she needs to hear it every once in a while. And so I'll say the same thing to you because you came from the TV world too.
Yeah.
And maybe these guys can help with this ever so often and remind you of the time that you used to be a journalist.
Yeah, right?
Because that's done with.
I heard Don the other day say, I kind of, remember the times when I was a journalist. I was like, oh, that hit me.
Yeah. Working with some different characters now.
Savages.
We now lowercase the J. We no longer capitalize the J.
When you sit in a radio studio with people like us, like you have no idea what's going to come out of our mouths.
Exactly.
Because we don't.
Exactly.
Right. We don't either.
That's what makes it so fun.
Yeah.
Right?
It is. We get a voice now, Mayor.
Look at you.
Yeah, I know. I'm here for the ride.
Who'd have thought?
I love it. I know. Not me.
Well, to me, it made a whole lot of sense, right? Like, because Kayla, you have spent some time, Will Bowling, Ramon Foster, Kayla Anderson with us, the new morning crew here at 104.5 The Zone. You have spent a lot of time filling in on that show.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think the market feels like they know you. And to me, it just made a whole lot of sense. Like, almost like, family coming home.
It was really, and I was awesome. Like when this whole thing started, it was during the pandemic, I think, once in a while I'd pop on and then I couldn't come in the studio at all. So the one time that I remember coming in the studio, I brought in the donuts and champagne like I promised. And it was kind of like I felt at home in a way. That sounds weird because I had never really been with you guys in the studio, but I was able to be myself. And I think that's the biggest thing that's important in this business. I put in 16 years in local TV. I've grinded. And a lot of the times I've not always been able to just show my complete personality because TV doesn't really allow you to do that much. So I think that was the greatest thing about that too, is fitting in, feeling good that you could just be yourself, but you could talk sports, which my life is sports.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's a good balance right there. Now, how are you all going to go, especially you, Savage? I want to know this now. You're going from 2 to 3.
Yeah.
And we're really 4. You know, because you got Schaefer. He always like,
sorry,
huh? Best producer in the world.
Yeah.
Got him locked.
He's gonna have that recorded and ready for tomorrow morning.
I just summoned him too and told him get your ASS in here. Like, what are you doing?
See,
Indianapolis.
I'm gonna be contrarian here. I think Shave's getting way too much love, man. It's gonna go to his house. It's gonna go to his house. The best producer in the world. I think we should have like a battle of the network stars between the two.
That ain't nothing against
and then add in Panzika, and then we'll just fight it out.
Which is like Anchorman. You remember in the news?
Yes. Right there in the parking lot, baby.
Rick killed him. Where'd you get a trident?
2 Anchorman references. No, that's a legit question. So you go from 2 to 3, and you balance out the who's talking when, and don't talk over each other because you'll get those messages.
But I think it'll be good though. I'm looking forward to it. One thing I learned in this time. One, Will's knowledge is insane. Okay, I can't. I said that this morning. I emphasized like Will is good at this, and I don't think people realize that until you tune in and you hear him, and he goes on the spills, which he don't do a whole lot. But when Will goes, it's like, damn, how old are you again?
Well, I was at most of the games you played as a University of Tennessee volunteer.
Or Titans, or sporting events in general. Like, we're talking about it. But then on the side of Kayla, like, I was like, okay, I've seen her on Twitter. Like you said, we've seen each other on social media a lot. And then everything start lacking a little bit with as far as like, being person to person. I was like, hold up. She a damn savage out here, man. There's a lot that does not express in words over characters that you don't get in person. And meeting Kayla, I was like, okay, she's one of us. And from that point right there, I think you can get that cohesion of passing the baton to somebody and balance and knowing when to shut up too. Like my thing is, I'm like, I've told both of them, like with me in this, like, don't be afraid to come at me. Like, if you got something, say something. It's one of them, like, see something, say something. Like, it's one of them situations.
All right. Mo ran the light. I saw Mo ran the light earlier.
I'm going to be like, Kayla snitching. That's what But from there, though, like, that's what this is going to be. It's just a trio, a quad with Shafe in there. Just everybody pulling their own, everybody being on the same page, everybody just being a part of the ultimate goal. Like I said, my motto with almost anything that I do within a group setting is everybody eats.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, if everybody pulling their own, and I feel like with the way everybody work ethic is and drive, like that's where Kayla's side is coming into it as far as like, this is her realm in which this is the opportunity to get into Nashville, get into this sports world where she grows. And that's what I was looking for. When I took this job, I was like, I don't want to just be a retired person living here in Nashville. Like, let me get out. Let me be seen. Let me do this. Like, I want to be a part of this community and growth. And I feel like adding Kayla and Will has been that for me. And I think we're all in the same. So I got no ego about this thing, if that's where we're headed.
Right.
Will Bowling.
What's up?
Oh my gosh. Sup.
I know.
Sup.
Remember when you were a journalist?
I do.
Yeah.
So
I've never been called a journalist.
I went on a little congratulatory spiel earlier about you because I'm not going to say I'm proud of you, Will, because that makes it sound like I'm some old dude talking to some kid. But I am, though. And you do an amazing job. I'm glad you have this role. I'm glad you have this opportunity because you've done a lot of stuff behind the scenes here in the digital world, in the marketing world, just with ideas and also hosting and producing and all of those things. And we're lucky to have you in that host role in the morning. And I'm so happy that you're on the team as well. And for those that don't know, Will used to call 3HL when we didn't talk enough soccer, which was never. So Will would call in and talk about soccer.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Brent. And you guys have been good friends to me. And I kind of went on my emotional rant this morning of like I remember listening to this station as long as I can remember listening to the radio. Like anyone who knows me since I was a kid knows that this has been my dream job since I was 3. Like I was in the children's sermon at church and they asked us what we all wanted to be. And my hand shot up and everyone's like, I want to be an astronaut, like a teacher. And I was like, I want to be a play-by-play broadcaster and I want my brother to do color commentary. And like literally at like about 3 or 4 years old.
That's really funny.
So that's...
My grandma was saying, "Hey, what's up, boy? Tell him wake up. What is he doing here? He's sleeping in church right now.
Yeah, you better go be an astronaut."
But
raise your hand. Say something.
I think the thing I want to get across to people is, the past couple months have been really fun working with Ramon, and we've kind of developed a good chemistry, and I've known Kayla, since I started here, just in the market, and I love working with you guys, but we've kind of been doing the interim thing. My official title has been interim the past couple months, and to the people that's like, it's a lot of just you're breaking down tape and you're doing all the stats and like, we're going to have a lot of fun. And like, we're going to do like the crazy things where y'all going to make fun of me for like the stupid things that I think because I am just, again, a 63-year-old living in a 25-year-old's body. So,
well, I mean, it's important to know who you are.
And I think the show is going to develop a personality over these next couple weeks, these next couple months. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you're in on it. Like, you're invited. You're a part of who we want to be in the community that we want to create. Because ultimately, we are a small knit community here, but you guys are equally a part of this. And, it sounds cliche, and I don't want to, get in the radio cliches. Like, we couldn't do without you, but like, we literally couldn't do it without you guys.
This is why we do it. It's you guys, for sure.
And why, I think I'm excited about these next couple days and couple weeks is like these things. The recurring segments we're going to do, the non-sports topics that we're going to get into, like those things have to happen organically over time with the help of you guys. And the market is going to tell us, this idea sucked, and I'm going to have ideas that suck. And then we're going to do things that are great. So, I'm really excited. I like to tell people like I represent old Nashville and new Nashville because I grew up here. I've literally lived here my entire life other than 1 year when I was 7. We moved right back. And then
that year when 12 years ago.
What happened that year?
I moved to Knoxville. It was great.
A hell of a year.
And then we came back, and then, I moved here right after school, and this was always like the place I wanted to be. And, Nashville's home, but the zone is home. So I'm really excited, guys, and just appreciate y'all's support and appreciate everybody who's made this a pretty cool day.
That's Will Bowling. Kayla Anderson, for those that don't know, your career track. What brought you
we got 4
to
days?
this point?
I was going to say, we're going to spend the next 2 weeks. Let's do like a fun fact of the day about Kayla.
Go ask Paul Mason how we treat our break schedule.
Yeah, it's been a journey. And that's the thing about sports, right? I don't care if it's TV, radio, digital. If you love sports, you want a challenge every single time in terms of if you want to keep growing in the business. There were so many times where I could have gotten out of this business because it took over me in terms of, maybe I was laid off or maybe, things weren't going right at the TV station. And I never did because I just loved sports too much. I loved talking about it. I loved breaking down things. I loved interacting with the people and the players. And so, my journey's taken me, this is my 7th market. And it's taken me all over the country, from the Northwest to the South. My second job was in Alabama, to mid-Ohio, area, back down to here. So the one thing that I've always learned is just stay true to yourself, right? Just stay true to you and let your journey take you where it's going to take you. And I think at this point in my career, it was like, it's ready. You're ready. You're ready for a new challenge. It might not be TV, but it's still going to be sports, and you're still going to be doing what you love. And if anything, it's going to allow you to grow as a radio broadcaster, TV broadcaster, whatever it may be. And that's always my goal, to keep growing. I don't care how many years I've been in this business. You can always be better. You can always learn more. You can learn more from the people around you. And so that's what I want to continue to do here. And then I just want to bring that experience to the listeners. And, I've been all around the country. I've followed every conference in college football. I've covered a ton of pro teams. So I want to bring that knowledge as well, but just be myself. And I'm somebody who likes to laugh. I like to joke around, so I hope that I can bring that to the peeps as well.
Well, bring some professionalism to this place.
Right? I'll try to do that as well.
Easy. That's not what we're looking for here.
Enough laughing.
We do, Kayla and I both have to pay the rookie dues that you guys paid when you got here. So, we'll keep the fridge stocked. We'll make sure everybody's taken care of around here.
It was funny, though, when I saw these announcements this morning, and then I saw Will's, and I was like, wait, Will's already the host. Like, what are we doing here? And
then I made a joke about. I made a bet this morning that if Will Levis is the first pick in the draft, I'm going to drink a cup of coffee with mayonnaise in it because he's not going to be the first pick in the draft. And Ramon was like, "What show you think you're going to be on?" Just to we knew what was going on. He was just keeping me honest a little bit, for the people. So
it was
fun. See, I wouldn't have even noticed.
I was like, I'll go on 3HL if I have to. Like, I'll be right here because I'll just
coming to see you.
Because I just walk in y'all's show from time to time.
Hey, so you fools are going down to Baton Rouge? Is that what's happening?
It's being slow.
These two.
It's being slow.
You're not going?
Nah, not this weekend.
No, man. He left us. He left us, man. He's too big for us, man.
I've got the Friday night off.
Hey, they need you.
Brentwood here in the Spring Hill HVAC, man. Shout out to them,
Those
too.
who need me, I know.
It's going to be fun.
Let me decide.
My first time to Baton Rouge.
That's my kids' fall break, so let me think about this. Now y'all making me y'all forcing me to spend money now.
I'll tell you what. Just get ready. Hey, get ready for future.
You just let me know what time I need to pick you up at the airport in the rental car that I can now drive.
We'll take care of this. We'll take care of this on the road.
Oh my gosh.
You be ready for home.
Yeah,
That's what you do.
We're already talking about. Kayla don't even know this. We got plans already for.
Kayla, you just got to roll.
We got things in the works.
Yeah, we got things in the works.
Kayla really don't have a say when you move as a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just kind of move as a unit. Like
move as one.
Be ready to go.
Yeah.
Divide
Where's your bag at?
See what I'm saying? Kayla understand that. Yeah, we just mob.
So what do y'all think about this 2-2 Titans team? We were trying to figure out earlier because like a lot of people I talked to hit me immediately with negative things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they've won 2 in a row. They just beat the Colts for the fourth time in the franchise history. And you hit me with they can't score in the second half. I get it. I think this team is a good kind of example of how people look at life. Like you either look at life in a negative way or a positive way.
Right.
Yeah. Look, okay, so Mike Vrabel, I think the biggest positive you have to take away from this Titans team is Mike Vrabel is still the head coach. And Mike Vrabel has proven, a.k.a. Coach of the Year last year, has proven that he can get guys, no matter what the situation is, no matter how many injuries occur. If they're playing bad in the second half, the first few weeks of the season, he always finds a way to get the guys on the same page. And I think right now there are some growing pains, right? There are some injuries early on both sides of the ball. And the thing is, you have to look at it, and I like what Brent said, like you have to look at that Colts game. They have beat the Colts 4 straight times. This was a Colts team when I came in 5 years ago, it was the complete opposite. The Colts were owning the Titans.
16 of 17 at one point.
Exactly.
Florida.
Yeah.
I was going to say it. Well, they broke that streak the same year.
Yeah.
When Jacoby Brissett was filling in for Andrew Luck. There were 2 11-game streaks that, as a Tennessee student at the time that was a Titans fan, I was like, oh, wow, just breaking all the 11-year streaks all in the same year.
Yeah. I mean, and so credit to them. They had a game plan going up to Indianapolis. They stuck to that game plan, and they came out with a dub. So right now, I think I always err on the side of like, there's still work to be done. But I think what's crucial is go into Washington and like wax the Commanders and then go into the bye week feeling good and heal up.
That's what Slay was saying.
Sure.
From a player perspective, like, you don't get caught up in all that. Like, you make your adjustments, but you got the win. That's what's important, right?
And
like, that's all you're worried
matters.
about.
Like, this isn't the BCS where you're graded on points.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, it's really like wins and losses. The one thing that the Titans were fighting against last week was don't go 1-3.
Yeah.
If we can not go 1-3, we're good, okay? And to be at 500 right now, you got something to build on. You got 2 games before the bye coming up. You got a Washington team who's reeling, got a quarterback like Carson Wentz. We got our scout meeting Wednesday tomorrow morning to kind of break down a lot of stuff, but you can really position yourself in a really good way before the bye and coming out of it, getting some of those guys back. Like, this is the week in which designation is going to end up happening as far as IR goes. Injuries are a bother, like having guys in and out of the lineup. And truthfully, I was just talking to Nardo about this, like offenses. Like, offenses do take a while. Like, that's the issue sometimes. It's like, it takes a while. I felt like last game, the cornerbacking situation was, look, their best player, Michael Pittman Jr., didn't do much against you.
Right.
Okay, if you told me Mo Alley Cox is going to have the most amount of yards in the game, and I'd say, okay, I live with that.
Yep.
As long as it's not Michael Pittman, because Michael Pittman opens up the door for Jonathan Taylor. He opens up the door for everybody else on that offense. He gives Matt Ryan more confidence. Think about it. You took away the numero uno guys the last season.
Nathaniel? Is that
Ribs is what you call him, right?
Yeah.
You call him a rack of ribs. Rack of ribs at quarterback.
Mr. Nathaniel back there.
You have Nathaniel at quarterback, and you got to think to yourself,
my dog.
I'm going to pick up what you're putting down,
dog.
okay?
That's my
You
dog
feel me? Kayla, give me a little bit right there. That's what we're doing.
disrespect.
But what I'm saying is this. If he can go to his numero uno guy the same way that you thought Derek Carr could have gone to Devontae, then they build off of that.
Yeah.
What I think the Titans are starting to do is, look, bend but don't break, and you flourish from there.
Ramon, Kayla, and Will, 6 to 10 weekday mornings. Congrats, Will. Congrats, Kayla. Congrats,
Going
Ramon.
down, baby.
Love y'all. Can't wait to listen every day.
You.
All right. When we come back, Mike Leach said some ridiculous things. You want to hear it. Next,
Pirate?
104.5 The Zone.
What up, man? You know who it is. It's me, Ron Slade, and I'm telling you about getting some money. How you going to get your money? You got a ways to get your money. Superbook Sports, that's how I'm going to go get it. You don't need to be at the game to enjoy football. Not this fall. You don't have to do it. You can download the Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com and start placing your bets right now. Put Vegas right there in the palm of your hand. I know it's a big city. I know it's a lot going on out there. It's a lot of lights. So you ain't going to burn your hand. It's going to be safe. Just put it in the palm of your hand, man, and start making the bets. What you going to bet on? I don't know. That's up to you. You can bet on all the major sports, though. Major League getting ready to go into the playoffs. Then you got hockey about to crank up. NBA right around the corner. Of course, you got the NFL, and you got college football right here. Hey, knock yourself out. But if you're going to get in there, offering up to $1,000 bonus right now when you sign up, deposit, and wager in the same day, do all three, and they'll match it. Get into action right now with Superbook Sports. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem, call 1-800-889-9789. You know my motto, though, book it.
Oh, football season is well underway. We talk a lot about betting lines and all of that. And so if you haven't jumped into the fun, now's the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Right now, new customers, you get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. What does that mean? That means free bets back if that first bet does not win. Sign up with promo code DAWN to get that $1,000. And here's the deal with FanDuel. They have all your favorite bets, money line, point spreads, player props, and they also have live betting, which is really fun because you can get updated odds on games that have already started. And maybe you feel a swing, or maybe it's your team that you're betting on and watching, and you know what's coming up next, like the Titans' inability to do a whole lot in the second half. Make them pay for it. Here you go. All on an app. It's safe, secure, and easy to use. Sign up today with promo code DAWN for your no-sweat first bet. Promo code DAWN, DAWN. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets. That expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Tennessee Redline, 1-800-889-9789.
Sorry, I just put in some mesquite peppered beef jerky from Buc-ee's that I still have from the leftover from the Tennessee-Florida trip.
We like it.
Oh, look at that. There's I was listening to, so.
You was listening to yourself.
I found something funny on the internet. Imagine that. No, it was the NBA live crew, and they got preempted by Aaron Judge's at bat, and they realized it, and so they were upset about it. But it wasn't even Aaron Judge; it was the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And so, they showed his at bat. Aaron Judge, by the way, did not hit a home run in the first of the two-part series today that some people call a doubleheader. So he is 2 games. He's got 2 games left, and he is at 61.
Come on, see if they. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like and the interrupting doesn't bother me. It's just the thing is, now you chasing it, man. Everybody chasing it. Ain't even gonna happen, man. Just let him go do it, man.
Oh, it'll happen. He'll hit one.
What if he don't do?
Would you want to be the pitcher that gave up home run number 62?
Hell no.
I would.
Why?
Because your name would be out there forever.
No, you ain't putting me out there for that.
Hey, P.T. Barnum said, just spell my name right. I don't care what kind of publicity it is. Just spell my name right.
No, there was a pitcher the other night that literally said, I'm not going to be the one that gives it up. That's why I walked.
I know, these fools.
I say, I ain't walking them, though.
I want to strike him out.
Yeah, let's get it on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to pitch to him.
Oh, yeah, I ain't doing no walking. Now, let's get it on.
I guess let's get it on. All right, Marvin Gaye. That's what Hunk said better than I did. That's what I meant by that. I would pitch to him. I would try to get him out.
Oh, yeah.
But if he hit it, so be it. Then my name's in.
That's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. You're going to get dunked on and everything. Don't even worry. Just attempt it.
It's not like Michael Strahan getting Brett Favre with that sack record.
Right. Like, no. Really don't want to be
Favre was that Favre or Aaron Rodgers?
No, it was Favre.
He just laid down in front of him. He got the sack record. See, that's cheap, man.
Yeah, what you doing? Get up.
I mean, I could sack Savage in the hall right now if he did that.
Just lay down.
They're checking out our new. We have a new studio that's going to hit here in another week.
Just wait on that, y'all.
And I'm going to have a little bit more power. So me and Hunk are going to be fighting over some of these hotkeys.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to watch
sound
that.
effect things.
Dawn's going to look at me. She's going to say, why'd you hit that? And be like, it wasn't me. It was him.
Yeah, no, we're going to be pointing fingers.
I love it.
It's going to be like that Spider-Man meme.
We got to go back and review the tape.
I'll be like, it was the best producer in the world.
Okay, if he says that, I'll take it.
No, I'm talking about me.
Oh, never mind.
Got him.
Hunk does have the power now, and Alyssa Lang was doing sidelines with Mike Leach, Mississippi State coach. And I told y'all, like Don said, I'm jumping off of Mississippi State. I'm like, I'm not. And then they went out and won big.
Yeah.
And so they've got another big game coming up this weekend. But anyway, so Mike Leach is famous for his little rants about things other than football, like weird stuff, like Halloween candy, like pirates. Like wedding advice. So she went back down that path because she's got a wedding coming up.
I know you have strong thoughts on weddings. I'm in the middle of planning one right now. Do you have any advice for me?
Who are you marrying?
His name is Trevor.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll have to set up a meeting and I'll talk to him. Okay, so where's Trevor from?
He's from Florida.
What does Trevor do for a living?
He works in sports as well, covers football.
He does what?
He covers football as well.
Really? Well, I don't know. We'll keep a close eye on it, but whatever you and Trevor decide, I would kind of keep it on the down low, which you failed to do that. Trevor was probably planning to, but you didn't. So go ahead and don't say anything else about it, but as soon as the season's over, or even an off week, go elope. Trust me on that. Go elope. Because basically every female in the family is going to terrorize you guys until it's over. Once it's over, I mean, they'll be upset for a few days, but it'll be over. And then, you cruise along, have a happy marriage, have a happy life.
I'll pass along the message. Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Trevor, unless he's crazy, is totally on my side. And trust me on this. If Trevor doesn't have the sense to do that, tell him to call me, because, I mean, he needs to do I've told all my kids, I'll give you $10,000 extra if you elope. So far, they haven't done it, but I would, too.
Hey, man.
Hey, every female member of your family will terrorize you until it's over.
Hey,
By the way, that was a post-game interview that he was doing on the field.
What do you like to say? That man different.
Hey, man, totally different, man. The Pirate's something else, boy. Hey, he is I would love to see people like that. Them the people you need to be at a barbecue with or sitting at a bar with or sitting in the airport at a bar. We just got a lot of time. Imagine how many gifts he'll hit you with, man. Just all kind of gems that you can take back.
So I've told this story a bunch, but for those that haven't heard it, we had him on 3HL a long time ago, and so we called him, and there was a lot of wind going on. We're like, Coach, what's going on? He's like, oh, I'm on a bike in Key West. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So at that moment in time, he was being mentioned for the Vanderbilt job. And so I mentioned the Vanderbilt job. And I said, that makes a lot of sense, right? You know, the Anchor, you got the Commodore, you love Pirates. And he goes, well, actually, and then he went like 5 minutes on how the Commodores were chasing the Pirates. Can you see him doing this?
Why does he know all this information, man?
I was talking to Ramon about this. I think there's a little ADD in there, and then I think there's a whole lot of genius in there. And some people can't turn their mind off, and to do it, they read. Yeah. So I think he's just a vociferous reader.
I can see that.
But that reminded Hunk and I, even though Hunk is on the phone, of a past rant that Mike Leach went on. And this is where it's going to be good, where I have control of the button.
You just stop it, yeah.
Because then I could be like, Mike Leach went on a rant about Halloween candy. Boom.
You ain't got to wait on it.
But Hunt can't hear me right now, so.
Yeah, it'd be kind of crazy. What'd you say, bro?
Sup?
See,
So that reminded us of an old rant that he had about Halloween candy. Check it out.
We talked about on the broadcast how you hate candy corn. What's your favorite Halloween
candy corn? I mean, I completely hate candy corn. When I was a kid, gummy bears, let's see. Gummy bears for sure.
Sour or regular?
The Haribo. It's got to be the Haribo ones. And then the other thing I like is when they used to have the sprees in a box. Outstanding. You have to go to the dollar store to find it, but I do. And then the latest, you know, there's still candy innovation, although a while back I found that Europe had better candy than we did overall because they have gummy everything. And then, you know, they have those Nerds clusters, which is new.
The gummy.
Yeah, which is good. The Nerds clusters is good. And then if you go chocolate, probably Almond Joy.
Love it. Hopefully you'll get some of that next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Almond Joy. So he ends it with Babs' favorite candy, which I just make complete fun of her for.
Yeah.
She gets me because I love Zero. I get her because she loves Almond Joy.
She wants joy in her life.
How does she love Almond Joy and Mounds? Those are her two favorite candies.
Those ain't nothing. I'm gonna be real.
Is he right that Europe is better at the candy game than the United States?
They sometimes go a little. They're a little ahead sometimes. Like the white chocolate craze, they were on that before.
Before we were?
Yeah, like they had white chocolate Twix, white chocolate Kit Kats.
All of it?
Man, white
Way
chocolate
before.
Snickers. Yeah, man. Like I used to be kind of angry when I had to come back. I was like, man, I forgot to get the candy. And then I'll be ready to go back just so I can get the candy. That's over here now, though. So,
Hunk, any Mike Leach rant you can find, I think today is a good day for it.
Dog.
No problem.
The band is playing in the back of every one of them. Like it's always after a win, you hear the band back up playing.
Because like they should be talking about serious things, but you
Like
can't
the
do it
game.
with him. And I know, having been around him enough, that it's not as fun to talk football with him.
I love that. You're right, Scoop Richardson. Almond Joy and Mounds are just like Matt Ryan. Nathan.
Randy says he loves candy corn. How can you love candy corn? It tastes like wax.
It's plastic, ain't it?
Ramon said he loved candy corn.
Ramon's crazy.
Yeah, we'll be right back. 3HL, if you want in. 615-737-1045. Quick question. We asked it earlier, and then, we're doing other things. But the question is still out there. How do you view this 2-2?
Right.
Do you view the 2-2 from a positive, like, yeah, we're 2-2, we won 2 in a row, we beat the Colts? Or do you look at it from a negative, like, damn team can't score in the second half? Like, offensive line's got holes, defense, which is it? 615-737-1045. The other day my kids said, "What's for dinner?" And we're like, "I don't know. What's for dinner?" And they're like, "Can we go to Gina's Pizzeria?" And we're like, "Yeah, we can go to Gina's Pizzeria," because my kids love the pizza. New York style pizza. It is phenomenal. Any kind of pizza you typically have, or any kind of new style thing that you might want to try. The Italian beef pizza is phenomenal. And they've got all kinds of pastas and salads and all of those things. And so my wife and I are like, okay, let's go. Plus, Gina's is a really cool place to sit and enjoy a drink and some great food over there in Franklin in the Target Shopping Center on Columbia Avenue. And Gina's is amazing. Family owned and operated by Steve and Diane Bledsoe. They love being a part of the Franklin community. They have been for a long, long time. They've been here since 1998, so they are officially locals, and I've been friends with them most of that time, actually. And here's another thing. With tailgating season upon you, Gina's is the spot for your catering needs, for your Saturday game day tailgate, to keeping your Sunday fantasy watching easy. Gina's Pizzeria can give you a little bit of everything to keep your guests satisfied. Have them put together a custom catering order with their pastas, pizza, one-of-a-kind wings. I love the sweet heat, but the medium buffalo is their top seller. Whatever you want to do, they'll be able to help you. Gina's Pizzeria, 3046 Columbia Avenue in Franklin in the Target Shopping Center. Online for in-store pickup, Gina's, stonefireditalia.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone, TUD on YouTube. Went to Gina's for the first time, got the margarita pizza. It was phenomenal. Appreciate you, TUD. Also, Scott sent me a message on Facebook talking about Gina's Pizzeria, one of our new sponsors over there in Franklin, and he said Gina's is fantastic. So appreciate y'all supporting all of our family of sponsors.
Yeah, no doubt.
Check out the show live on Zone TV.
What up, y'all?
Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Oh, here's what Scott said. Gina's is awesome. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, that's simple and to the point.
Asking the question, it's kind of a weird 2 and 2, right? Like a lot of people that I talk to are like, the first thing they start to say about the Titans are usually negative things.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's interesting when you're exactly 500, like, do you look at it from a negative perspective or a positive perspective?
Me, in this case, Yoel, I'm looking at it from perspective of you gave one away, and then you just ran up against a juggernaut that was hitting on all cylinders.
You almost gave 2 more away.
Yeah, and but you pulled them out. So, you know what I mean? Like,
it's a weird place to be.
And you're really still in the driver's seat in your division. Like, that's the main thing. That's what I think people forget. Coming into the season, we kept saying, man, what is it that you want to see this team do? Easiest route to the playoff, Babsy said all the time. You say it all the time. Win your division. And that's what they are still in control of. So, I am fine with it, especially when you look at it, things that can be corrected by themselves. You know, along with the injuries, outside of that, like, you can correct these second half stuff. What you got to do to correct it? I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it is correctable. It ain't nothing like it's you just getting dominated. It's because you're not doing something. To me. And hey, that's my opinion. So hey, man, I'm head over heels that they're 2 and 2. We're missing Landry. We're missing Dupree most of the time with a patchwork offensive line. I am just fine with it.
It's funny because, like, I can see the things that are obvious that need to be corrected, right? Like, if you want to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
But the win over the Colts.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you said, that's driver's seat advantage right there.
Yes.
And, you know, I keep going back to it's more of a detrimental thing to the Colts and can kind of send them down a path.
Right. Correct.
For them to have lost to the Titans. But yeah. Christopher on YouTube, I see Brent in his Ken Griffey Jr. mode. Is that the backwards hat?
Yeah, I think
thing?
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
He also says, I'm about to crack this bottle of Weller 12 in about 30 minutes.
Hey, going up there, C. Bailey.
10 Music Circle East.
CC Riley, y'all help us then. People are collecting bourbon. You know,
my son-in-law collects bourbon. Enjoy. Yeah, 615-737-1045. So how do you look at this stuff?
That's what we want to know.
Luke in Hendersonville. Luke, what's up?
Hey, yeah, I think overall positive. The main thing is, you know, we could easily be 3-1 if Randy made the kick. The game wasn't his fault. You know, the rest of the team blew it. So I don't think the fan base puts that on Randy. That's, you know, all they had to do was stop them, but Barkley ran 160 yards. So I think we would have a totally different conversation if we were 3-1. But here we are, 2-2. They held on the past 2 games. Hopefully they correct, you know, what is obviously a trend now after 4 games of not doing anything in the second half. And if we do that, you know, I think we're going to be fine. I think we get better as the season goes on, or at least I hope we do. And Tannehill and the receivers start getting in a better groove of things as they get more playing time. But I'm kind of glass half full at this time. So as long as we don't go in and lose to the Commanders, I think we'll be all right.
But here's the thing about that. Like, if you lose that one and then you turn around and beat the Colts again, we're having the same conversation, right? Yep. But with a 2-0 record against the Colts.
Yeah.
And then you're worrying about Jacksonville, and that's it.
That is it.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be worried about Houston going down there, you know. But I will say.
But not about them winning the division.
And this Houston team don't look like the same Houston team that we were kind of leery of last year, even though they were in disarray last year. Like, I expected Davis Mills to come in and have a much better year than he's having. He don't.
I know, and now they're having to have conversations about Davis Mills is still our quarterback.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Like, hey, that bodes well for the Titans.
Christopher, check back in. Fried is an understatement, Slay. I'm going to be in the lost and found.
Hey, I frequent that place.
It'd be a little stuff, like a little stuffed animal over here, like a little a hat, a little blanket, and then Christopher over there.
That's a fun place to mosey around at. Yeah, lost and found. You don't know what you're gonna find in there. You might be found in there.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna find Christopher in there.
That's what's great.
I'm missing Christopher with a bottle of Weller.
Yeah, you seen him walking around here or laying around.
Susan and Frank. Susan, what's up?
Hey guys, first time caller. First of all, huge football and basketball fan. Love me some Ron Slade.
Oh yeah, Susan!
Yeah, baby, Rocky Top, baby. Woo! Point of my call though is to give Dawn some love since she's not there to defend herself.
Yeah.
Almond Joy and Mounds are
Mounds
the two
don't.
best chocolate. And my husband makes fun of me all the time, but you guys are crazy. But go Vols.
Yeah,
that's
you know
right.
What? Out of all due respect, as a first-time caller, Susan, you're crazy.
We love you, Susan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, man. I mean,
hey, Dawn ain't here. That's why I'm going in.
Yeah, because she would. But I like that Babsy's.
I would go in if she was here.
Yes, you would. But Babsy would snap back.
Is it bad that I like to rile Dawn up?
No, it's perfect for
good.
us. That's
I like to get her to a point.
Yeah, what is it called? Beautiful matrimony? Happy matrimony?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What does it say?
Beautiful disaster?
No.
Oh.
No.
Matt says we're 2-2, even still without doing jack, scoring nada in the second half. What does that say about our team? Glass half full or half empty?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how upset are you when you really are like, all right, y'all. Let me just be honest with you. The Titans should be 0-4.
Whoa.
Are you listening to me? They should be 0-4. What's the score in the second half for the Titans this season? Something like 67-4 or 67-3.
64-7.
64-7.
It's 20-0 in the last two games, and they've won those two games.
Like, dude, you should be 0-4. Like, you got to be jumping, touching the ceiling.
I don't know what to say about this team, man.
With your number one draft pick being in and out, and not being able to make it through a full game, not his fault. This is injuries. You got a guy in Robert Woods bouncing back off of ACL, who is your leading receiver, who I told y'all in the beginning of the year was going to be wide receiver one for this team until Traylon Burks came on. But that's neither here nor there. You got Derrick Henry with a patchwork line who's starting to get going. You got Ryan Tannehill who's not turning the ball over. What else? And you got a defense who lost their leading sack
artist.
Good job. I couldn't find something to go with.
I don't know.
The leading sack artist who is out for the year. Another one on the other edge who just got a big old bankroll coming back from ACL, expected to do a lot of things. Bud can't stay healthy. You got Big Jeff getting dominated. I'm sorry. Getting double teamed up front. And you still finding a way with Amani Hooker sitting out the last game. Who just got a big bag.
I love how you took a break from your rant to say you were legitimately sorry that you used that word.
I mean, genuinely. I mean, that's from the bottom of my soul. I meant to say him still dominating even by getting double teamed.
You stay over there.
Yeah,
he just bowed up somewhere at St. Thomas Sports Park.
I don't want it. I don't want no problems.
He just like spontaneously came out of his shirt.
I don't want no
flexed.
problems. No problems. And you still got your all-pro guy back there, Kevin Byard. Man, you are fine with the coach of the year.
615-737-1045.
Hate it or love it.
Listen, they would have made a field goal at the end of that game. They're 3-1.
Yo,
and they're one of only 4 teams in the AFC that are 3-1.
Well, you better preach then.
All right, well, we'll preach during the break and come back at 5 o'clock hour coming up. Damn, we're moving fast today. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Are you ready for some football? I know that I am, and there's no better place to kick off the weekend of football than at Scoreboard Bar and Grill in Music Valley. Scoreboard Bar and Grill is partnering with us, the 3HL, and 104.5 The Zone to kick off the weekend of football. Now, look, all you can eat Low Country Boils are back this Saturday, the largest selection of bushwhackers and the best live music in Nashville. That's right. All of this is under a bunch of different roofs on one property. Be honest, that's what it is. Go hang out with Buck Rising this Friday from 4 to 6. Register to win Tennessee and Alabama tickets that we'll be giving away at Scoreboard during the UT LSU game. And be sure to fill out your pick'em sheet too. We'll have 7 games for you to pick every Friday, and the listener that beats Mayor and Slay with the best picks wins a $250 prize pack. Picks have to be made in person, though, while Buck's there, so plan on swinging by from 4 until 6 on Friday. And last week's winner was Joel Hutchinson. Congratulations, bro. So join Buck this Friday from 4 to 6, and don't miss the best Sunday fun day in Nashville with the Spasmatics from 4 till 7. All that and more at Scoreboard Bar and Grill in Music Valley. Good evening from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. Titans making some moves this evening. It happened a little bit earlier today where they signed 2 different players to the practice squad. Julius Chestnut, our favorite running back, and Shaheem Carter. Both are now there. Now Wyatt Ray has been waived from the active roster, and defensive lineman Sam, with a really long name that we can't pronounce, has been signed from the practice squad. Now around the NFL, Kenny Pickett is going to be your starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday's game. Remember, Pickett was the Steelers' first-round draft pick this past draft. And Jonathan Taylor, he's still unsure if he's going to be able to play. Head coach Frank Reich says that he hopes that he can, but he's not sure with the early game happening on Thursday. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? Hour number 3, the 5 o'clock hour. We call it the happy hour around here because that means we're happy. And also, drink them if you got them.
Hey, toss them back if you got them.
2 for Tuesday also.
Oh, pull them up then. I like it.
To what, though?
To anything.
Oh.
It don't matter.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
2 shows for the price of 1 during the 4 o'clock hour.
You got that.
We did morning drive and afternoon drive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, today is, well, let me hold that.
Okay.
Let me pull back a second.
Talk to me.
First, I'm Brent Doherty, 3HL, 104.5 The Zone. Beautiful day in the Music City. He is, in fact, Ron freaking Slay.
I'm in the building. Oh, here it is.
And from Nashville, Tennessee, at 6'8", at power forward, Ron Slay.
Y'all better buckle up, because this car ain't got no roof. Let's go, baby. Get it on, y'all. Let's get it on.
I'm ready, Slay. Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show there. Thank you, Hunk. And the comments are rolling in. Matt Moon said something I'm not going to say, but you can read it if you want to. He also said, do y'all read nutrition labels? Yeah.
What?
I read carbs.
Oh, I don't.
The whole diabetes thing. Got to start reading that stuff. Dang, the music just cut right there.
So they just everything just got serious right
It's
now.
almost like Babs read the injury report or something.
Wet blanket.
Started talking about carbs and stuff. I was like, all right, well, we're done with the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Get that out of here.
Bud Dupree with an ankle. Brent Doherty with diabetes.
Wilford Brimley has entered the building.
All right.
Wilford Brimley?
He's a diabetes guy.
Oh, is he? All right. I don't know. What else do we have? I've got to cut a 30-second commercial for MTSU. Do you want me to do it live on the air?
Let's do it, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. 3, 2,
We're going to max
1.
out the time?
Go.
Yeah, just go for it right now.
So seriously, like this turns into a thing. Like we usually start laughing to the point where we just like people have to leave the room.
Yep. Ain't no way I could do it.
Slays is the best.
You don't think you could do it right now? I haven't even read this yet.
I know I couldn't. I wouldn't even try it right now.
All right, 3, 2. This is seriously behind the curtain. This is what we do.
Get it to us.
3, 2, 1. MTSU football is back in action inside Floyd Stadium on Saturday, October 15th, to host longtime Conference USA foe from just 100 miles away, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. MTSU invites alums, friends, and family to join them in the winner's circle for the 2022 homecoming game. Celebrate the day at the annual homecoming parade at 10 a.m., tailgate, and then enjoy a 2:30 p.m. kickoff. Grab your seat today. To purchase tickets, visit goblueraiders.com/tickets. Middle Tennessee, we are Blue Knighted.
Dude, you're a pro.
How about that?
You're a pro. Was that 30 seconds? Oh, that was 40.
I don't know. I wasn't recording.
Somebody, Becky wrote that. I don't know.
That was that's definitely 37. My girl. Welcome back. Ain't Becky back?
But seriously, I don't know. She went to Iceland. Here's the thing, though. And this is what I know about Iceland. You ready?
Yes.
So Greenland is icy and Iceland is green.
Yeah.
They were trying to fool the Vikings.
Huh?
That's true.
Really?
Yeah. So they named each country the opposite of what they actually were.
Trickery.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a little sorcery.
Greenland's made of ice and Iceland is very nice.
Yeah, I figured it out when I was what was I in?
You were a Viking?
High school. Nope.
Pearl Cone?
Yeah. Because I was like, man, this
You were a
don't even make
firebird
sense.
just dreaming of Iceland.
Yeah, that's right. Greenland looks icy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Got it.
Peyton Manning talking about we had him break down the Monday Night Football streaker incident.
Yes.
In just a second, he's going to talk with John Hamm about a fantasy football league that I now want to start. You want to do it now? And then we'll go to the good people on the phones?
That's it.
Because here's the discussion point right now, right? Slay's headed to LSU. If you've been, let him know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and we can do more of that later in the week, but this 2-2 Titans team is kind of confounding, right? Like you're trying to figure out, are you happy about it or are you frustrated by it? 615-737-1045. John Hamm talking about, I'm telling you, this is hardcore fantasy football treatment, man. Listen to this.
We're back. Niners got this one wrapped up. John, who gets kicked out of a fantasy football league?
Well, the way it used to run, it's Jimmy Kimmel's league, and we decided at a certain point, Bill Simmons is in it, Cousin Sal, we got a bunch of guys in it, and that the winner of the league would get to kick out one person at the very beginning, but you could not say who it was going to be until the day of the draft. So you had to bring all your stuff and get your laptop out and get ready to go, and then
Charge time out.
you found out if you were in or not. And for me, I remember I was coming home from Mad Men shooting, and I'm rushing to get there. I'm driving through LA traffic. I'm trying to get to whatever restaurant, bar we had the draft in, and I get there and I unload my backpack and I open up my laptop and I get all my papers all settled and ready to go, and I get the Wi-Fi password and every other thing, and then the guy who had won the league the last year goes, Ham, you're out. So wrap up all the stuff, and I put it all back in my backpack, and I think, all right, bye guys, I'll see you next year.
I like that rule.
And you won it this year.
And then we won it this year, so we
Came
were
back and
able
won it.
to, and not without the significant help from number 10 there, Cooper Kupp, last year, who had a hell of a year. But yeah, we got to kick out a guy who got a little salty when we did. It was an unexpected loss for our friend Dave Damashek.
I love how he calls his name out.
He'll be back next year, maybe with a little grudge.
Charge time out.
Hey,
How
man.
hardcore is that?
No,
dude?
hey, boy, I would be pissed because it's always one person that's late to the fantasy draft.
Yeah,
always.
or can't come, and they
Yep.
gotta like speakerphone it in, and they're like, "Wait, who's available at running back?" And you're like,
Yep.
"Shut it."
Yeah, hey, Oh, that's sickening right there. Boy, I would be hot. If I drove all the way there, man.
In L.A.
Man, that's
a different thing. That's a whole different kind of investment.
Dude, 2 miles, that's 30 minutes.
People think traffic is bad here.
No comparison.
Houston.
No comparison. Not even close.
I'm not even trying in Chicago.
No.
Just stay downtown.
I had to get stuck in that. Yeah,
just stay downtown. That's the key. Don't. Yep. I mean, you go to a Cubs game or something, you can still ride the train.
Mm-hmm. Atlanta's pretty bad, too.
Atlanta's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some bad traffic places out there.
I wouldn't even go to Turner Field. Like when the Braves played there,
yeah,
I might have seen one game there.
You didn't want to do
I wasn't doing that.
Oh, that joint's horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in and out of there. Plus, Marta doesn't go all the way there.
No, they have you parking in some sketchy places. You thought you was going to die or your car was going to be gone by the time you got back. It's true.
Oh.
It is.
There have been some things said in and around this studio today, on and off the air. Like somebody told Slay, you got to watch it down there, man. Those people are crazy.
Yeah, they did.
Down on the bayou.
Hey,
which is true in a good and loving way. We love you, but it's true.
Yeah, the boot ain't where you want to go around and play at, period, though. Hey, you want to go down there and do what you got to do, get on out of there. This timing is perfect. You get there at 11:45 at night, and I'm back out at, I want to say 7:30 the next night. Like it ain't even, boy, I barely get to close my eyes, which I probably won't.
Oh, man. And then you don't have the Titan tailgate thing Sunday, do you?
No, so that's why, I just come back and rest and watch the game.
Matt on YouTube, how did the refs miss Jonathan Taylor's false start on the first play of the game? That is definitely true. That man was rocking.
Mm-hmm.
How did the refs miss the delay of game by the Florida Gators on the first play of the game, too?
Yep.
That clock's out on 0 for like 4 seconds.
So did. The refs got caught up in the noise. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So.
What do you think about the third down for what? Because if people listen to the show, they heard you accidentally break that story in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that when they started playing it. I was like, oh, yeah, Slay said something about this like 3 months ago. So you accidentally broke it. But it's funny, when they started playing it, it got so loud in there, Slay, that I couldn't hear it.
Yeah. It was
I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it was super loud. Who was that? You showed me the recording where somebody was sitting next to the band, and you couldn't hear the band playing because of the fans cheering.
That was my phone.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Couldn't hear the band.
Hey man, ain't nothing like Rocket Top. Go there. I'm gonna tell y'all. Well, I'm gonna save it for Friday.
I'm telling you, if Tennessee gets like elite level good, consistently. If you're not a Tennessee fan, y'all ain't going to be able to take Tennessee fans.
Nope.
You think you can't take them now?
Nope.
Just wait.
Nope. And see, that was all the kicking while we were down. That was the problem. And listen.
That's why they get all fired up about everything.
Yep. Because the true Tennessean fans, we took it. We just stood there like, hey, man, hey, man, we're a dumpster fire. We love our team. We hugging the dumpster while it's on fire. Like, we don't want the dumpster to go nowhere. Boy, when we get out of this, the last 4 years, I remember saying that. When this turn, and it's going to turn, y'all better be ready.
I kept telling my kids that about losses. I'd be like, hey, man, just soak it in. Just stand here, soak in the loss. Like the BYU game.
Mm-hmm.
20 seconds or whatever they go down.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so we stood there, and I said, just stand here and soak it in. It'll make the winning feel that much better. And my 12-year-old looked up at me and goes, Dad, you've been saying that for a long time.
Like it's still losing.
Like his whole life.
We're losing every time, Dad.
Like they're talking about the glory days of 2016.
Soak in a life of losing. That's what you want us to do.
Embrace it.
Yeah, help us,
Embrace the losing,
Embrace
baby.
it. We're on our way, baby.
615-737-1045. Back to the phones when we come back. 3HL. Actually, yeah, we'll take a couple more phone calls. Then we'll reach out to Chris Lowe here in a few minutes and get his take on the world of college football. Next on 104.5 The Zone. I want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry. That's where I love to get watches. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, but they are also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, vintage or current models. You can own a pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost, and every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance and is presented with a 2-year warranty. It might be time for that perfect proposal for you. Brentwood Jewelry is here to help you pop the question. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings, or talk with their custom design specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Are you looking for a career change or just love watches and jewelry and all of those things? Brentwood Jewelry is hiring for full and part-time sales positions. Come work for an amazing family-owned business in a fast-paced, fun work environment surrounded by beautiful one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. They will train you. Call or stop in. Ask for Brandon. 7012 Church Street, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. Buddy on the Carpet One, your flooring experts, locally owned and family operated by the Allen family for more than 55 years. Zach, Gina, and Judson Allen are in the store every day. I've known these guys a long time. They're great people, and they're there to help you. Here's the thing. They'll be with you the entire way, from the design, from the thought of what you guys want, from having those conversations and working through all that to through the installation. Big box stores will turn you over to an installation company, a 1-800 number, not Buddy Allen Carpet One. They'll handle that in-house. So they'll know everything that's going on with you and your project. 2405 11 and Pike and Donaldson, 615-883-3289. BuddyAllenCarpet1.com. So we're all good with that part of the Butch Jones era at Tennessee?
Oh, yeah. He hit one with that one, boy. Hit a home run with that one, Butcher, boy. Way to go, Butch. Mm-hmm.
What is Arkansas State doing? I haven't even looked lately.
I'm not sure. Can I give a shout-out while you look?
Who are you going to shout out?
Man, I got to shout out my guy, man. Man, my dog, man. Garth Bowden, man. Happy birthday, dude.
What
Love
up,
you,
Garth?
my guy.
Yeah, me
Man,
too.
over there at Gateway Tide. That's a good dude, man.
A double shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Garth. Hey, Allie is feeling better. So, hey, man, salute to my little niece, Allie, Bubba's daughter. Feeling better, man.
Bubba
the prayers
Dixon.
help. Yeah, so y'all keep sending strength her way, man. She's shaking back, turning towards the, what is it? Turning for the best.
You were about to say turning towards the light. You do not say that.
Damn, hunk.
I love you, Allie. All my truck drivers out there, what up, baby Big Mo? What's happening? Y'all ride right out there now. All my truck drivers, hit that horn for them. 3HL!
Did you always hit the horn when a kid would do that?
Yeah.
What about like a grown-ass man did it? Did you see any weird stuff from way up top in that cab?
What? You can't wait to see it.
People driving by
Oh,
doing
you
weird
gonna
stuff?
see it. Oh, you gonna see it. Oh, you gonna see it. Just stay out there long enough. And you know what? One thing about that, man, you know the road
For those
is,
that don't know, Slay used to drive a truck.
yeah, you know
Yeah.
the road is not really ours.
Mm-mm.
The road belongs to the truck driver.
I learned this
Yeah. Okay.
on the radio.
Yeah.
I was quickly put in my place
Really?
by a truck driver.
Yeah.
I had this brilliant idea. They should come up with a new interstate system for nothing but trucks.
Oh, wow.
And this guy called me so fast, he goes, brother, I love you and all, but we have our own interstate system, and we allow you to drive on it.
He ain't lying. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. That's hey man.
That was young
That's
and
right.
dumb, Brent.
Yeah,
said
that's
that.
right, man. We just out there barring and trying to get to work quicker. Yeah, that's their life out there. I feel them. Shout out to the truck driver.
Man, and so for those that don't know too, when a truck passes you, I feel like we need to do this,
Yeah,
right? Like a little edge.
yes.
When a truck passes you and you're in the slow lane, which by the way, new drivers out there, there is they call it a passing lane and a slow lane. We call it a fast lane and a slow lane.
Right.
The one on the very far left is the fast lane. Don't be in there unless you're passing
Also
people.
known as Babs Lane.
Babs lane, yeah. But if a truck gets past you, flick your lights
Yeah.
to let them know that they've cleared you and
Yep.
can get over.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
the little things, right?
I
Because
promise you.
they can't tell how
Nope.
far away you are.
Nope. And listen, man, sometimes they out there tired, man. You know what I mean? So show them a little love, a little compassion, man.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the only thing that kept the world going through the pandemic, y'all.
No doubt.
Throw that out there.
Definitely true. Hockey is back. Smashville, are you ready? Listen to Blaine and Mickey all week long for your chance to win tickets to see the Preds host St. Louis on October 27th. Don't miss out on the 5 home games scheduled during the month of October. Season and single game tickets available. NashvillePredators.com/tickets.
It's back.
I love it, man. We were talking about this the other day. Postseason baseball, NHL starting, NBA starting, college football, NFL. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to give stuff away, Hunk?
I think that would be a marvelous idea.
Like Babs is not here, so I don't know. She's in Central Florida.
We're breaking into her closet.
I know, and I don't know when to do that or not. Like I don't see the closet. I don't hear it creaking. Like I don't know when. She's got all these vibes over there that tell her when to do this. So I guess it's time because you said it was. It is time to see what we have in Babs' prize closet. Thanks to Artisan Custom Closets. Say goodbye to clutter with Artisan Custom Closets. What's wrong with you?
Babs just sound better when she reading.
Okay.
Oh, snort.
1-0.
No, I had one earlier for Ramon, I think.
You're still never going to beat Becky from the party a couple weeks ago. Never going to beat that.
Snort attack.
6.
Turn.
Yeah, that was during Leanne Morgan, the comedian from
shit.
Knoxville.
Yeah. Leanna make you do it.
She is next level, man. I'm telling y'all. If y'all and even the dudes love it too, but I mean, I'm serious. Like the mom and wife jokes are just like the moms and wives in the audience lose it, but so do the guys too. But Leanne Morgan, look her up.
Yeah.
And tell her, actually tweet her and tell her we said hello, that we were talking about her.
Too.
Yeah. She loves us. It's time to see what we have in Babs' prize closet. Thanks to Artisan Custom Closets. Say goodbye to clutter with Artisan Custom Closets. Be caller number 5 now to win 2 tickets to see Keith Urban's The Speed of Now tour this Friday at Bridgestone Arena, 615-737-1045. Go to artisancustomclosets.com for your free in-home consultation today.
Hey.
A little bit better?
That was it right there. Yeah.
But wait, we had to do this twice, right? Like, so.
You got to read it 2 times.
One time.
2 times.
I'm waiting for direction from Hunk. Hunk.
Help us, Hunk.
Y'all just do you, man. Y'all just do what you want to do. I'm just getting caller number 5
just do
over
what you
here.
wanna
Hey,
do.
I think we also need caller number 6.
Then I'll take caller number 6.
Yeah,
right
we're going to
now.
give away 2 pairs of Keith Urban tickets. By the way, my wife would love to go to that.
Never mind. That one's been given away. No, never mind 6. We don't need you. Got somebody got
6. There was an episode of Seinfeld where Babs would be just losing it right
Oh,
now.
boy, what? Okay.
When
The
George
Titans,
Costanza
2 for
said
2.
he wanted to have a kid and name his kid 7.
Really?
Because it was just a perfect name. Like, nobody's got it, all this. Well, there's a football player named 7.
Sure is. Guess what? There was a basketball player, too, a couple of years ago. He still might be playing.
Maybe
7th
that's-
Woods.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. I don't
7th
know.
Woods.
No, 7.
7th. It was, I think it was
Okay, Titans are 2-2. I'm just playing the role of Babs since I did her giveaway. Titans are 2-2. Is that you look at this team from a positive perspective or a negative perspective?
Oh,
615-737-1045. Darrington with a public apology. Is that true, Darrington?
Yes, I have to make a public apology to Ronald Slay. The other day the game was going on, 104.5 The Zone tweeted out. The scoring was updating, and I specifically tweeted, if the Titans were to lose this game, it would be Ron Slay's fault. Because he kept saying 28-3 about Nathaniel. And lo and behold, here comes the second half. And what is happening? Now Nathaniel is turning into Matty Ice again, and the lead is slowly dwindling down. And so Ron Slay tweeted back, if you're going to blame me for the loss, I need the same credit for the victory. So if I publicly say to Mr. Slay, I apologize, you was right. All the win comes to you. And the reason why they're going to lose is because they got 3-6 Mafia, and that is not supposed to be the song. So when you start off wrong, you're going to end up wrong. Get the song right, because we all know that stadium ain't got no rules.
Yeah. Love it, dude.
You. Hey, man, and you know what? I'm going to hold it down for you during homecoming parade this weekend.
Man.
Yeah, I know you missing that out. You know what I'm saying? You know, what we do around here. I know you're going down there to the boot. You know what I'm saying? But around here, hello.
Already know, D. Hey, man, and guess what? I had somebody hit me up, man. They got a ticket for me sitting in the box too, man. I can't get back in time,
5
dog.
o'clock. You can get there.
Man, it's gonna be my flight ain't till 6. You know you can't just fly straight into Baton Rouge. You got to go around and all that. Yeah.
But see, by the time you get back, you know it'll be about second quarter anyway.
Oh, yeah. If I can catch halftime, hey, I'm gonna enjoy something. That's factual.
That's the only reason. I know you're not coming to watch Eddie George coach.
That's a
Ouch.
whole different story.
Ouch.
Hey,
Wow.
the dude I got Eddie like that, Coach Eddie. They did lose to Lane College the other day.
We were at the MTSU game, and somebody in the box was like, Eddie on the hot seat.
Cool.
I was like, man, come on.
I tell you what, they better not.
I mean, it was just a joke. We were
No, I know it. But
Eddie can do whatever he wants to do. But Bethune-Cookman, 5 o'clock, Nissan Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Win number 1.
Aristocrat of Band, shout out to y'all. Y'all put on a show. Titans played the Raiders, man, at halftime. Man, that was hey, I loved it. They put on a show, so salute to them. Aristocrat of Bands, TSU. There you go.
Nothing for the sophisticated ladies?
Oh, yeah, sophisticated ladies always putting it down. Like, that's automatic. You're absolutely right. I apologize. Thank you for that. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Hey, man, shout out to Darrington. Thank you for that, man. Hey, listen, you call us out, man. Call in and, make it right.
Quick Butch Jones update. Arkansas State is 2-3. They did win last time out against Louisiana Monroe, 45-20.
I wonder what Mickey thinking about that.
About Butch?
Yep. That's the school, right? Arkansas State. Mm-hmm.
How do you even not know that?
I don't. You're absolutely right.
Why would you question it?
I'm wrong. What our other callers got?
Well, we're waiting for Hunk to quit talking to Chris Lowe, and then
we got CeeLo,
and then we'll talk to Chris Lowe. Tennessee by 2.5 at LSU. Arkansas at Mississippi State. Mississippi State by 8 in that game. Florida by 11 at home against Missouri. Georgia 29.5 against Auburn.
Let me tell you something about that. They ain't jumping out there like that no more with Georgia. Because you know why? I'm scared and I can't wait to see CeeLo get on. I'm scared. Georgia ain't really the same team that I'm thinking that they are. I think I'm going on the spirit of Georgia last year.
Well, we've got 2 data points now. That's kind of the scary thing for Georgia. Well, Chris, what do you think?
Maybe we gave Georgia too much credit for obliterating Oregon there the first of the season. How good is Oregon? Oregon has come back and played a little bit better, but I don't think the Pac-12 matches up to the SEC. And so, yeah, they're injured too. You know, they got a couple guys that are out defensively.
Yeah.
Receiver, they're pretty pedestrian at receiver right now. So, yeah, all of a sudden, Georgia doesn't look like they're just head and shoulders above everybody else. And Bama, too, has had some moments where they don't look like they are the clear-cut number 1 or number 2 team in the country, much like last year for several games when they lost A&M, when they barely beat Auburn in 4 overtimes. So I think it's good. I like the fact that here we are approaching the midway point of the season. And you know what, guys, it may not be the usual suspects in the playoff this year. You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams, and I would put Tennessee in that group that if they stay healthy, they get some breaks, they win a big game or two, that they got a chance to break through. I think Oklahoma State would be one of those. Tennessee would be one of those. Maybe USC, who's never been to the playoff. I know that's hard to believe. Penn State. So there are several teams like that if things go just right for them, who knows?
You got I'm keeping a close eye also, a side eye, on Utah. These next 2 weeks can really prove something as well. They got UCLA coming up, who's ranked in the top 25, and then, like you just mentioned, USC. You think they for real after that spanking? Well, not even spanking. They just let Florida slip by them. What you think about Utah, CeeLo?
Yeah, right. They got to win out.
Yeah,
they cannot lose again. So they have to win out. They have to beat SC. They have to win the Pac-12 championship. And at that point, with that loss to Florida, they would probably need Florida to come on and win some games. It would hurt them if Florida ends up like 7-5, because then all of a sudden that loss doesn't look. It looks even worse. But if Florida comes on and plays a little bit better and has a decent record in the season, then I think the Pac-12 champion with 1 loss could get in, because it's probably at that point it's probably going to be the Big 12 champion with 1 loss compared to the Pac-12 champion with 1 loss for that 4th spot. If you assume that, obviously the SEC champ's going to get in. I got to think Ohio State gets in. Clemson looks like they've gotten through some of their tougher games. So there may be that 1 slot where it's a second SEC team, the Pac-12 champion, or the Big 12 champion. That's probably what it's going to come down to.
Clemson makes me nervous. I just feel like they could lose at any point to anybody, even though they're not. I don't know why I have that feeling. But Oklahoma State's an interesting team to bring up, because I think a lot of people forget that Derek Mason has been hired as their defensive coordinator, and they are playing much better defensive football, which is kind of a scary thing.
And I'm not surprised, knowing Derek's track record.
Yeah.
He's always been able to get a good defense on the field, the way he schemes, and gets guys to play. Guys play hard for Derek Mason, and his defenses are smart. And I'm not surprised at all. And certainly Mike Gundy, when I was there in August, said that as soon as he saw that Derek Mason was available, he was going to go get him, because he lost Jim Knowles to Ohio State as defensive coordinator. But, yeah, Oklahoma State and Mike Gundy are one of those teams every single year we underestimate him. And when you look at what Gundy's done, and listen, he ain't getting 4- and 5-star players every year. He's not getting the kind of talent Oklahoma's getting, or Ohio State, or Clemson, or Alabama, or Georgia. But you realize since the start of the 2015 season, Mike Gundy is 21-13 against nationally ranked teams in the AP poll. 21-13. Now, I'm going to give you guys a quiz, Slade. So you used to ace all your quizzes at Tennessee. I thought the teachers, and they confirmed that.
Slay and Ron Payne.
That's right.
Ron Payne. DJ Ron Payne.
Some things are just said for us. Sorry.
So I'm going to give you a quiz. So Gundy's 21-13 against ranked teams. Mind you, ranked teams in the AP poll since the start of the 2015 season. What would you say? I'm going to give you some more coaches who were coaching at that point. What do you think Jim Harbaugh's record is since 15 against ranked teams?
in the Big Ten, well over 500.
13 and 18.
Oh, wow.
What would you say Jimbo Fisher's record is? Now, granted, that would be part of the time at FSU, part of the time at A&M. What is his record against ranked teams since 2015?
Jimbo, about 4 games over 500.
14 and 17.
Is that A&M fault?
Yeah. What's James Franklin's record? Franklin's record? I'll make it easy for you. 10 and 19.
Wow.
So my point
That's
is
interesting. Yeah,
that is.
My point is Gundy probably has done as good a job and been as underrated as any coach in college football over the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years.
That, and I think it shows how hard it is to beat top 25 teams. Like fans run around here going, "Oh, you can't beat anybody," and all those things. But I think that's a good illustration of that. But back to Jimbo real quick. Is there a scenario where he could be in trouble?
If they're going to pony up 80, was it 82 million?
Is that what it is? Never mind.
Goodness.
Hey, that's Ron Slay cash.
Ron Payne cash.
Man.
That's what's Randy Moss's line?
Man, straight cash, homie. Woo, Lord have mercy.
Hey, no, he's not in trouble. But now there'll be a lot of noise if they throw another 8-4, which it looks like that's what probably is going to happen.
Staring
or
him in the
worse.
face. Yeah, or worse.
7-5. And then next year, all of a sudden, becomes the restlessness around College Station is pretty loud. It will be very obvious going into next year that he needs a big year. Even then, his buyout would be astronomical. But, when I was with Jimbo, I'll say this, back in August, I think he felt they were going to be better than they are this year, but he felt like their year was next year. That's the year they really need to make a move and win the SEC and get in the playoffs. But, no, if they don't get better, that's the thing, guys. If they don't show improvement on offense this year and sort of figure that out, then you got to scratch your head and wonder, are they ever going to, as long as Jimbo's calling plays? See, I think he's going to have to bring somebody in there that's an offensive coordinator, that's a proven offensive mind. Jimbo is going to have to relinquish play calling duties to that guy because Jimbo, when you're the play caller, the head coach, and as involved in recruiting as he is as a head coach, those are 3 pretty big responsibilities. I think he's going to have to give one of them up.
Yeah, all these analytics guys think that his offense is archaic and that he needs to move on with it. So just what you said. What about Auburn? Auburn is we talked about Georgia maybe not being as anointed as we wanted to anoint them, but Auburn a 30-point underdog against Georgia.
I don't know that I ever thought I'd see that.
Man.
As I covered football, that you'd see in that series. It's just been such a good series, steeped in tradition.
Yep.
That one team would be a 30-point favorite over the other one. But, much like really worse than A&M, Auburn just simply cannot score. They've had issues at quarterback. They lost their best offensive lineman, their center at the start of the season. And they get up 17-0. I was sitting there watching that. Try to get back to the hotel after the Ole Miss Kentucky game last week. And I'm thinking, you know what? All right, Auburn's showing some life. They're going to fight back. They're going to win this game. And 4-1, as much crap as Brian Harsin has gotten, doesn't look horrible after 5 games. And they just are absolutely belly up on offense in the second half, and LSU comes back and beats them. So I don't know. If this game gets out of hand, if Georgia beats them and Auburn doesn't put up much of a fight, then it really, really gets precarious for Brian Harsin.
It's interesting. I'm looking at the series record. So Georgia 8-1 the last 9, but before that, 10-10. Each team with 10 wins in the 20 games prior to this run by Georgia. It's always been such a fun series. I'm with you. A 30-point line in this game just kind of blows my mind. What do you think about?
It just shows you where sort of what's happened with those two programs.
On the way out, what do you think about Tennessee at LSU? We had Todd Furman, our Vegas guy, on. He's actually in town. What's up, Todd? And he said, because I asked him, I said, what does night game at LSU compared with 11 a.m. game at LSU mean to you in terms of what you do with a point spread? And he said it's worth 1.5 points. The difference between night game at LSU and 11 a.m. Isn't that amazing? Oh, he's gone.
Hey, where
I'll
you
answer
going,
for him.
CeeLo?
Yes, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
It really is.
It is, without question. I wanted to ask him so bad. We'll get him next week. Man, what do you think about Arkansas, man? Like, how is Pittman being graded? You start off 3-0, playing the top 25 in Cincinnati, then you go against 2 top 25 teams and drop both of them, Mississippi State now.
They're
8-point
dogs.
Yeah.
Now.
Like
let's get Chris's answer to the Tennessee LSU. Did you hear me say that?
I did, Brent. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. This first time since 16 that the Vols have been favored in the first 5 games too.
Wow.
But what did Todd say though about the
he
line?
said it's worth 1.5 points. The difference between night game at LSU and 11 a.m.
And yet LSU's been really good in these day games the last few years. I saw their record. But I still think, having been there for games, and I can say this from experience, playing there at night versus the day, it pardon the pun, is night and day. It's just so much more difficult to win there at night. You get that, you have all the festivities, let's just leave it at that, before the game. And those Tiger fans are fired up. If I'm an away team, and I know LSU's had some success in these 11 a.m. Central starts, if I'm an away team, I pick that noon game every time with a night game.
So how do you think that plays out, that game?
Well, I think it's going to be a hard game for Tennessee. LSU's one of those teams that's getting better. You sort of see that. There's more of a belief. I think the team is sort of starting to play a little bit more together, play with each other. I think it's going to be a hard game for Tennessee. I still think Tennessee's got the better team. They got the better quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
When you go on the road to a tough place, you want a guy like him who's played a ton of football, who's performed on big stages. I still think it's going to be dicey for Tennessee to get Cedric Tillman back in this game, which doesn't help. I think it gets down to this. Can Tennessee force LSU in a lot of long third down situations where they have to throw the football and keep the quarterback, in check and not let him run the ball? If they can do that, I'm just not sure LSU can score with Tennessee, because I think if you're going to beat Tennessee, you're going to have to score 30, 35, 38 points every game, and I'm not sure the Tigers can do that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
All right, see you guys.
All right, Chris Lowe, ESPN.com, covers college football nationally, ESPN.com, at CeeLo ESPN. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Woo, tailgate season, baby. And what does that mean? You need a nice little cooler with something that you can drink that doesn't have a whole lot of aftertaste. That would be Kickstand Cocktails. Kickstand Real Spirits Crushable Spice, the only canned cocktail dedicated solely to spice. This is my favorite part about Kickstand Cocktails. Only 105 calories, no added sugar, just 3 grams of carbs. Kickstand Cocktails, so crushable because they do have that zero aftertaste. You try it, you'll buy it, I promise. My favorite flavor, roasted jalapeno cucumber. Crushable, refreshing, intro to spice. It's really not overwhelmingly spicy. It's just kind of a mellow heat from the jalapeno. I know it sounds weird, but it tastes really, really good. They also have the Torch Peach Chipotle. My boy Slay liked that one when he tried it. If you want a little more heat, and every sip, of course, you can taste sweet peaches, ends with that bold, spicy finish. You want more information? Check them out on Twitter at Drink Kickstand. I know you can get them at Frugal McDougal, a bunch of other places here around town. Try Kickstand Cocktails. Kickstand Real Spirits Crushable Spice.
3XL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport will be back on Thursday when we broadcast live at Buffalo Wild Wings, Nashville West, off Charlotte. Looking forward to that one. That's where those shows originated. The very first one was
that started it.
Yep.
Started it all.
I used to do the Rod Reed coaches show down there, too.
Oh, did you?
Back in the day when I was doing TSU play-by-play.
See? What's side blood in your bones?
Mm-hmm. Lots of wings in my system. Y'all had them at the Bavarian Beer House yesterday.
Yes,
they looked
were
good,
good too. They were. The fries were good too.
Went to a German place and got wings.
Yeah.
What did you get?
I had brats in a blanket. Thank you very much.
Like that don't even no.
Sounds dirty.
Mm. Give me no. Mm.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I was just sitting there. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, man.
What's the plan for tonight, Slay Dog?
I gotta eat.
No, okay.
I ate some food. I ate all the leftovers yesterday, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Is Mr. Enthusiastic back in town? Is he gonna?
I think he called Coach Mac yesterday. I mean, yesterday, last week.
He did.
He did, didn't
Mac
he?
Talk coming up.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Back from being overseas. Mr. Enthusiastic's back.
He got back. Good for him. He was trapped.
Coming up tomorrow, Coach Mac will join us at 3:20. And there is a possibility that one Todd Furman, who is in town, may be in studio for an entire hour tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Maybe with his boy Payne Insider.
Oh, let's get it on. Oh, there's a lot of bets going to be taken.
No doubt. Good night. God bless. Thanks for listening. Coach Mac.
Man.
Mac Talk coming up next.
I'm hungry.